Saturday morning Lotro. I am your host, Pharaoh the Gnome, and we are playing Lord of the Rings online. Alright, we're going to be playing my level 80 man, Lore Master Lorundor. He's out in the Wold right now. We're working on Riders of Rohan expansion. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. It is a Saturday, September 21st, 2024, about 8:12 a.m. here. And it's time for some Saturday morning Lotro. You know I love Lotro. I can't get enough of Lotro. And you too can get all the Lotro you want for free. Head over to Lotro.com, Lotro.com. You can create an account and download the game for free. Play through 95 levels of free content. The game is absolutely amazing. It's been around for over 16 years. Standing Stone Games is the current developer. They have an expansion supposed to be due out sometime at the end of the year, as well as they had a big expansion at the end of last year and a mini expansion at the end of the year before that. So anybody that tells you that it's not in full development is crazy, because it is 100% in full development after 16 years. And it's absolutely fantastic. If you like games that are story-based, this is the game for you. If you like Final Fantasy X, FFXIV, where there's a massive story going on and story arcs going on all the time throughout it, that's what you get here in Middle-earth Tolkien lore. Alright, so with that out of the way, let me first off ask you if you would please do me a huge favor over on YouTube, youtube.com/Pharaoh1. Hit the subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000. I would be greatly appreciative if you do that. Leave a like and a comment. Over on Twitter and Twitch, please hit the follow. Alright guys and gals, let's get into this. Let's check our Hobbit gift of the day. See what we got. We got 50 whole virtue. Woo! Hold me back. Oh my god, that's so much virtue. It's really not. Okay. I am red spec'd on this Lore Master, which basically means I am the pew pew. And let's take a look at our virtues. We're currently 37 to 40. We've got plenty of room to grow, so don't need to choose a different one. What were we doing last? We need to do something over here. Warband. Oh, we just got a warband that popped up near us is what that is. And he's not even near me. Okay, forget that. What else? Trying to see things flash on the map here. We've got this thing over here. The Norcrofts. Okay, that's where we were before. And what's going on with the east wall down here? We're going to actually take this warband one, and we're going to get rid of it here in a second. But what is to east wall? Was that speak with Thane Mildrith of Ethengels in the Norcrofts? That's not it. Try your find and speak to Leomund in east wall. Didn't I do that already? Interesting. Let's go check that out. See if I'm missing a quest arc there. It's very possible. Let's find that warband. We'll get rid of it. There it is. So I've done it so many times. It's one of those things. It's what's called a remote quest. Pops up automatically when you're near it. And one of the annoying things is, like, after you've done it a few times, you're like, please stop popping up. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, you're like, I'm done. Please stop. Let's go check out the east wall. See what's going on down here. Don't think we're going to have to go too far down into it. Hopefully it's just one of those things where you go talk to somebody and then you move on. I'm a bit of a completionist, which means I hate leaving anything undone. So that's why we're going to go check this out real quick. Am I headed the right way? Appear to be. I should point out about the remote quest. You can turn that off in the options to not automatically accept, which is what I do. But it still pops up on the screen in the alerts, telling you that it's available. I'll have to check. There might be an option to tell it to not even show me. I don't know. Well, the thing is, I want I want the remote quests. Some of the remote quests. It's the war bands that kind of get on my nerves. Wish that was a separate option. Where am I supposed to? Hold on. Where am I supposed to go here? East wall. It's behind me, and I didn't see anything. Let's go back up there. It's probably a NPC standing out here somewhere that I missed. Oh my. Well, hey, there he is right there. And thank God it is the weekend, everybody. I hope y'all agree with me on that. It's been a long week. You are here to help. Very good. Mansig and the rest of my people could use your help here in the East Wall. I believe I've already helped in the East Wall. Okay, it was just a go here, find this thing quest, and it's gone now because I talked to him. So we're done there. I think we can head back over to the Norcrofts and finally continue working on all our quests over there. So offline, I did finished up Elthengels, did some quests down in this area, helped out over here at this farm. Went over here to this little tower thing and beat up some Uruks over there. And we still need to go down here and help a ranger or somebody that's down here at this camp. But we've also got to go to Cliving now. There's an interesting thing going on with Cliving. Ethengel's over here. The Thane got killed by orcs or Urks or somebody. And the son of the Thane was convinced that the Thane of Cliving was involved. And or not involved, that it was his fault that his father died, and called him out on that. And this guy over here is like, well, then we're going to fight to first blood because it's the rights that I have. So they had a fight, and all the son got was just a little cut, right? You know, and that's the end of it. But then he died a day or so later, which indicates that there was poison or something on the Thane's blade from the Cliving. So, and then also the Thane up here took the Thane's daughter to go live with him in Cliving because he said that something about that, you know, she's not safe in Elthengels. So the mother down here, the wife of the now deceased Thane, wants me to go check on her daughter and make sure she's okay. There's some odd stuff going on in Cliving. There's definitely some bad stuff, some bad juju going on up there. So we are going to head over that way. There's that warband. We're going to click on it and click decline. Now, one of the things I can do back there, and I may do that on the next one that comes up, there's a button you can click that will throw that quest in the filter. And what that means is that it'll stop, you'll stop seeing that quest. And that's what I should have done. That would have made it easier. It just means that in the future, if you want that quest, you got to go into your filters and remove it. So that's why I don't always do it, but it's a great feature they put in the game. Hold it. I see a quest over there that I haven't done. By golly, we must do it then.
The Rohirrim are grateful for your aid.
A rider, thank goodness. But you're not a rider from the Wold. Though you do travel with one of our war steeds, hopefully you can help us. We come here every month to sell our foodstuffs on the road for travelers, but when we arrived today, we heard the most chilling sounds from the south. I'm afraid to remain here and afraid to retreat. Can you hear the howling? I know that is not wind. If you ride out and slay the beast, you will have my thanks. There will even be some coin in it for you. Alright, so it's just a small little quest hub thing. We'll see if it evolves into more of a story arc. Sometimes they do. Wogs. last warg didn't count. He was a warg as well. Let's get our coffee going so we can get our whole 10% faster running. Whoa, man, look at me. My hair's flying backwards because I'm moving so fast now. Oh, we've left the area, but let me make sure there's not like a quest giver over here. Don't see one. Light them on fire. All of them. Light them all on fire. There we are. That's 8 of 8. Let's go turn that in and see if it develops into anything else. I love how YouTube likes to send me an email like 11 minutes into my stream to remind me that my stream is live. Yeah.
Greetings,
listen.
friend of the road.
You hear that, friend? Silence on the plains. You must have really scared off those vicious creatures that were prowling about. Cannot believe how wild our lands have grown of late. It has always been a hard place, but never like this. Never so brimming with evil. Alright, so that was just a single quest. No continuation on that, which is perfectly fine. The little thing you saw go around my guy there, that means that my war steed leveled, so we got 3 more points to spend here. I think we're just going to go across the top. Apply. Yes. And we'll get back on him. Every time you do something to it, it'll get you off the mountain. You have to remount it. Alright, let's see if we find anything else on our way over to the Norcrofts. We have made it back to the Norcrofts. We're going to go ahead and go to Cliving because we're right up here by it. By the way, I am drinking Folgers straight black. I don't put anything in my coffee for the most part. I believe in drinking it the way that God intended it. Am I at the right spot? I am totally not at the right spot. Appears to be a rainy morning today here in the Norcrofts, even though there are some cloud covers. It's not completely clear sky. Let's take a look here. Where is the Stable Master? Don't really see it there. Let's just keep going this way. I'm on my war steed, so you'll notice that it looks like he does a lot of drifting. That's because of the way the mechanic is designed on the war steeds. Ordinary mounts do not ride like this. There's the Stable Master. War steeds work more like a ship on the open seas, but they go really fast.
Welcome, my friend.
So there's that. Usually when I get into a town or tight quarters, I get on my ordinary mount because it works much better.
will you aid the Rohirrim?
I sweep for the people of the Norcroft. Not sweep, my God. I weep for the people of the Norcrofts. You have seen the dangers outside the walls of Cliving, and you have seen the death that lingers at our gates. Yet the nobles living here are ignorant to these concerns and continue on with petty squabbles and bickering. There is no greater waste of time and effort than these fools. I have tried to make them understand, but they refuse to listen to any authority save the Reeve himself. Perhaps they would listen to an outsider who speaks with reason. Help resolve their disputes so that we may focus on the necessary preparations for the coming war. It's going to be a large quest hub, so there's going to be quite a bit to do here, I'm sure.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Greetings. I do not recognize you. You are not from the Norcrofts, meaning that you are not the culprit and that you would be a perfect choice to help me. My name is Walnoth. I am a simple rider in service to Reeve Athelward's Erod. That's an odd word. Of late, we have discovered evidence of an attempted murder against the Reeve by way of poison. Athelward himself has put me in charge of the investigation, and I must uncover the culprit. There are few who would admire me for my intelligence or wisdom, but Athelward saw potential in me, and I do not want to disappoint him. Will you please help me? The first step will be to question the man who discovered the poison, Reeve Athelward's personal cook, Catalgat. Okay. Oh, I believe this is the milestone. It is, so let's go ahead and set our milestone. We got Floodwind and Ethengels. We're going to get rid of Floodwind. There we are. Now we have a return point to there. My eyes are bugging me so much today. Just woke up shortly. Or a little while ago. Shortly. I haven't woke up yet. A little while ago. Looks like we have a quest location right here. It's probably the person we're supposed to question. Ordwassa.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
The nerve of that fool Trumzel. I paid for 2 candlesticks made of silver to be made, and Trumzel, the silversmith, promised they would be delivered to me days ago. I have no patience for excuses. I paid him well, and I expect him to keep his promise. Inform Trumzel that if I do not receive my candlesticks or repayment, whichever he chooses, I will have him thrown into the dungeon for taking my coin and giving me nothing in return. Okay, we'll go have a discussion, see if we can help some way. Nothing back here? No. I'm just gonna rummage through your house. Don't mind me. I'm just going to go check everything out. Alright. I have sufficiently satisfied my desire to look through your home. I'm going to leave now and go do some work. And here's another one right over here. Kettlegut.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I will help you in any way I can with your investigation. These circumstances are most unsettling. I found a strange file tucked behind the turnips in the back pantry. Upon further examination, we discovered that the liquid inside the file was highly poisonous. We believe that someone intended to secretly poison Reeve Athelward's food with the venom. Thankfully, none that have eaten my cooking have reported illness. I encourage you to inspect the file for yourself. Well, look at that. The small glass vial is filled with a transparent liquid. The indescribable odors cause you to feel lightheaded. And you faint. Okay, so that's bad juju. Let's move on. Anything over there? No? No? Alright, let's head up to the main building here. See if we can talk with Thane. What's his name? Azalerd? Something like that?
Welcome to Cliving, friends from afar.
I am Athelward, Reeve of the Norcross and Thane of Cliving. My house and hospitality is yours while you stay. Athelward listens as you relate the reason for your visit, and a cloud crosses his face. Oh, Mildred, what happened to her should not have happened to any lady of Rohan. Losing first her husband and then her son, I should have been more understanding of the boy's youthful boldness, but he called my honor into question. The sword trial is the customary means of resolving such disputes. I did not know his wound would fester in such a way. I would have it back if I could. Taking young Siflid as my ward seemed the kindest thing to do, but I can understand a mother's grief may make it seem otherwise. I will answer any questions of yours, and you are of course free to see Siflid. If it is not too much trouble, could I ask you to help Cuthred, the captain of my guard, with his duties after you have spoken with Siflid? He has some chores for you. Please, go see him. Alright, so, these people are not here, apparently. Let's check our little mappy map. Alright, so we got stuff all back down through there. Chicken coop.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
We are blessed that none have eaten from the kitchen have shown signs of illness. I must resolve this treachery before another attempt is made on Reeve Athelward, or before word spreads among his people, who would want to cause harm to such a noble ruler. I do not know what to make of this poisoned Lorunder. I am no expert on such things, but I have never seen another like it. Fortunately, a wise man of potions and medicine, Malbiot, resides here in Cliving, who may be able to aid us. Seek out Malbiot and ask his counsel on the matter. So we have an expert on herbalism here in the village that happened to have a poison. Interesting. Does the thought thicken? Really? Does the plot thicken? What the hell is up in my brain? It's still early. It's still early, folks. I'm trying my best here. All right, we have a quest in here. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it's Siflid. Okay.
I saw you coming to Cliving from afar, and I wondered what your story might be.
I am not going to be able to do that voice. And now you have come to tell it to me? How wonderful. You tell Siflid that you have come from her mother in Ethengales, and that Mildred worries about her. My poor mother, I miss her. Some days I miss her terribly, but knowing that she is still at home eases that ache somewhat. Worse are the days when I miss my father and my brother, for they are never coming home. But I am as happy at Cliving as I can be. The Reeve is kind to me, if distant. I think he blames himself for all the grief of my family has endured, and wants to make amends for it. I am treated well. Look at the view from the walls. There is just so much more going on here than at Ethengales. Yes, I am happy here. I hope my mother is not upset by that, but it is the truth. But tell her I miss her. Okay. Let's head back down and see what else we can find. We got a quest right over here.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Greetings.
Will you aid us?
My name is Eisened. My home is here in Cliving, but many of the people who now occupy our city are wayward farmers who have been forced from their homes and have taken refuge within the city walls. I have asked my neighbors to donate food and shelter to those who have fled and left behind their belongings. Many have given to the cause, but Giselman is ignoring my pleas. She plans to host a large feast in honor of Reeve Athelward, an action she hopes will increase her own renown. as she values her opinion and others above all else. There are people in dire need of rations, and she intends to foolishly host banquets for the wealthy. Gilsman refuses to listen to me. She believes that I am jealous of her high esteem and considers my request as a tactic to undermine her affairs. Perhaps you might sway her decision. Suggest to her that the nobles would view a banquet to be distasteful, and that a charitable donation would be viewed more favorably among her peers. Okay. Next one is right over here. The herbalist house. Is he not here? I'm missing something. Oh, here he is. Oh, Melbiort lies wounded on the floor, unmoving. Melbiort has perished from a series of wounds. That is not good. Oh, there's a blood-covered dagger. This dagger appears to fit the size of the wounds and is covered in blood. Well, now, the plot does thicken. There has been a murder. Still got so many quests to hit over here. Ah, here's one. Trumzel, the silversmith.
Time is short, and so is hope.
I understand that Ordwesser is angry about not receiving his candlesticks, but I simply cannot make them without the proper moldings. I was expecting a set of moldings sent from Eris, but have received no shipments for many days. Please speak to the quartermaster and see if he knows when my shipment of moldings from Eris might arrive. And one more over here. That's a return one. But I'm certain there's one down this way. It's something at the end of the line, it would appear. The end of the street. Ah, there she is. Oh, it's Giselman. Giselman. Maybe that's what it is, Giselman.
Will you aid the horse lords?
May I help you? I'm busy with preparations for an important banquet. You attempt to convince... I'm going to have trouble with that word. I'm just going to stick with Gisman. That giving to charity will increase her popularity among the nobles more so than her feast. Well, I had not considered this. Oh dear, you are quite right. When others speak of me, they should be commenting on my kindness and generosity. Time is short. Will you help me? Please speak to the butcher, cheesemaker, and baker of Cliving. Ask them to give much of the food intended for the banquet to Isenid's collection instead. Okay, that was easy to convince her. Nothing else down here, so now we head back up the streets. I love the music here in Riders of Rohan. The audio engineers for Lord of the Rings Online are simply amazing. Masters of their craft, if you would. Here's the quartermaster.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Candlestick moldings? Are you mad? Are you not aware of the orcs assaulting men along the road? I've had no shipments arrive from Edoras for quite some time, nor would I expect any, but the most urgent of deliveries. Unless you manage to convince every orc from here to Edoras to leave us be, I would not expect your moldings to arrive hastily. Okay, and let me guess, I bet you we have to go back and tell the silversmith that his moldings aren't going to show up anytime soon. He was up this way, I believe. We'll take a shortcut. We will jump over the fence. There we are. There he is, right over there. Oh, there was multiples up here to talk to as well. Oh, it's for the giving the food to the needy.
I hope we will find aid in time.
No moldings? This is terrible news, but I expected as much. If I return the payment, I will be unable to provide for my family, and if I am thrown into the dungeon, I am in worse condition still. I beg you to reason with Ordwasser. I know that he will understand if you reason with him. I'll learn to read eventually. I will grant him a discount upon his next purchase and craft an extra candlestick for him when I have the moldings. If he would speak with me, I am sure we can negotiate things further. Alright, so here is the cheesemaker.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
The finest cheese in all of the Norcrofts for sale here. May I help you? You explained that Gizman wishes to donate a portion of food to charity. Gizman has had a change of heart. What a kind woman. I will be sure to send a portion of fine cheeses to be donated on her behalf. There's the butcher.
Our mission is dire.
More orders for Gizman. You inform the butcher that Gizman would like to donate a portion of her original purchase to the refugees. If she wishes to be charitable, I would be glad to help her. I will set aside a nice lot of fresh meat to be collected for that poor lot of farmers. And one more over here, the baker.
Will you
Welcome.
aid the horse lords?
Have you come for something fresh? I have a lot of good things for sale, stranger. Oh, you are here about Gizman's order? Yes, I'm working hastily on assembling everything. He explained that Gizman has asked for a portion of her orders to be sent as charity to the poor. That is quite noble of her. I will have it done right away. Alright, those are taken care of. Let's move back up this way and talk to the person that is doing the investigation on the attempted poisoning of the Thane, but now I must tell him that there is an actual murder that we uncovered. Hello, come back. Thank you.
Will you aid the horse lords?
You were sent seeking answers, and you return with a dagger. You described to Walnut the scene you encountered within Malbjort's home. This must be the result of murder. It means that we were on the correct trail, but losing Malbjort does not bode well for us. It could have been the key to understanding this poison, and now he lies dead. Thank you for your help thus far, Lorunder. I must ponder other avenues for us to consider. He doesn't really seem like, he's overly bothered by the fact that I just found a dead person, but okay.
The Rohirrim
I would like you to acquire more information from the cook who found the file. The kitchen pantry should have been restricted from most townfolk, and anyone suspicious entering would have been noticed. Ask if anyone has been within the kitchen of late should be investigated further. Ask if anyone who has been within the kitchen of late should be investigated. Ask that? That seems odd wording. Alright. I am familiar with the type of dagger discovered at Malbjort's home. It is a common tool among the Erid of riders here in Cliving. I suggest you head to the training area near the Mead Hall and question Captain Theodmar about which of his men might be without their daggers.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Malbjort's neighbor,
Yes.
Ondasdal, spends a great deal of time watching people come and go along the roads. Perhaps she may have seen the people who had entered into Malbjort's home before he was attacked even. Visit her outside her home and inquire as to who or what she may have seen. We found the busybody of the neighborhood down there. What else we got? We got like circles everywhere. Let's go this way first though. There's a murder afoot. We will figure out who it is and put them behind bars.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You must be new to town. Welcome. You want to know who has been seeing Malbjort? Well, he offers treatment and advice to so many, from small children and pets to the Reeve himself. I myself have not seen him since early afternoon yesterday. Prior to that, a few people visited him, a young girl who works in the kitchens, one of Theodmar's riders, and that old fool Wigfagul. Wigfagul in particular has seemed very troubled and has been visiting almost daily. That seems to be all that I can recall. I hope it was of some help to you. Mention a troubled man named Wigfagul. So let's go find him. I'm betting he's somewhere around here. Oh, he's right here. Wigfagul. But he doesn't, that's odd. I'm sure that's who I was supposed to go find. Anyway. There was, yeah, it's right down here. Maybe I have to go back and talk to the other one, the main guy, and then go back to him. It's potential.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Thank you for the thoughtful suggestion, Lorander. You have saved me from making a terrible mistake. I have heard nothing but praise and admiration for my charitable efforts. I would not have guessed that such acts would be noticed and appreciated by others. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. She didn't know that being nice would make people happy. Oh my god. That's pretty sad, if you ask me. Alright, let's head back up towards the middle of town, and we got to go question the captain of the guard, I think it was, and one of the cooks. I took a wrong turn. Should have taken a left at Albuquerque. If you know the reference, you had a wonderful childhood. Here we are.
What brings you to these lands?
Ondasdal discussed several people who saw Melbert before he passed, but this Wigfagul in particular struck her as most unusual. I wonder what old Wigfagul discussed with Melbert before he met his end. Alright, let's go talk to the cook, I believe. Will be the next one up the road. Is that right here? Let's try. No, it's Ordwissers. Oh yeah, the person who needs candlesticks.
Our mission is dire.
No candlesticks and no repayment. Unacceptable. I'm calling for a guard. A discount. This is not a trick, then it changes matters entirely. I suppose I could agree to wait a while longer if Trumzel plans on accommodating my future purchases. I'm a very vain person and only believe in my trinkets that I have available, so this is very important to me. I shall visit him later to negotiate. Thank you and receive this for your trouble. Jerk. Alright, let's move on. It's quite snotty, if you ask me. Now, this one will be the cook, I bet. Yes, Reeves' Kitchen.
Will you aid the horse lords?
The kitchen is restricted from most commoners. On occasion, Ethelward's advisors or the riders are invited in to have a meal prepared or to borrow some ingredients. No one has entered that would arouse suspicion, but then again, I cannot imagine anyone who would want to harm the Reeve. The only people normally in the kitchen are Eldora and myself. Eldora is a young girl who helps me with cleaning in the kitchen, yet she has been acting strangely of late, sometimes leaving the kitchen without notice. I'm not quite sure what to make of her behavior. The thought plickens. I'm really going to keep saying that over and over. The plot thickens even further.
The Reeve sent you to me to help with our problems? Good.
We can refuse no offers of help. Climbing has been less affected than some other towns in this riding. But still, there are orcs about and we need to deal with them if we are to keep our people safe.
An important part of guard duty involves riding the bounds.
Looking for threats lurking too near the city. If you have a war steed and the skill to ride it, I would encourage you to help us with this duty, Lorander. Ride east of Cliven until you see the marker that delineates the bounds, and then turn to the south. Continue this process, turning to your right at each marker until you have described a great loop around the city. Defeat any mounted enemies you encounter on this circuit, Lorander. You'll be doing the people of Cliving, a great service. So it looks like not only killing them, but we literally have to go to particular marks on the map. So we'll do that when we get back out of here. We need to talk to the captain of the guard. I'm betting he's over to the right. I was right! Haha!
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
One of the men in my command, Swithorn, reported that his dagger had gone missing not but a few hours ago. I've been rather lenient with Swithorn about the matter, for his mind is clouded with grief. His elder brother was slain by orcs just outside the Elfingels, when Athelward gave orders that we abandon the defenses there in order to protect Cliving. Swithorn is a good man. I hope he does not harbor ill feelings toward the Reeve or his fellow riders. The plot thickens further. What do we got left? Back down to the person that's running the investigation. Let's go tell him everything that we found out.
Our mission is dire.
As I thought, most citizens of Cliven would have a difficult time sneaking into the kitchen unnoticed. This kitchen servant, Eldora, seems rather suspicious. I will keep her in mind as a potential suspect, or at the very least, she may have witnessed something that could be helpful to us. Good work.
Our mission is dire.
Evidence indicates that the dagger belonged to Swithorn. I am not well acquainted with the man, but I did not like what we have learned thus far. I do not like what we've learned thus far. Do you suspect that he harbors a grudge against the Reeve for the fate of his brother? Perhaps we need to learn more before rushing to judgment.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I believe we are getting ever closer to solving this mystery, Lorander. There are 3 primary suspects that we must consider. The soldier, Swithorn, the cook's assistant, Eldora, and the old man, Wigfago. Each was seen visiting Malbjort and may have killed him to cover their attempted poisoning against Reeve Athelward. You have been paramount to our progress in this investigation thus far. Interrogating these individuals will prove to be crucial to discovering the truth, so I must leave this task to you. It's so crucial that I'm letting the outsider go do this. Swithorn should be among the Rohirrim near the mead hall. Wigfagul resides in an estate to the northwest, and Eldora's home can be found near the west entrance to Cliving. Question each of them carefully and return to me with their responses. I'll get right on that. He's a great investigator. He finds a random stranger and has them do everything, and then he'll make a decision at the end.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
My work seems much quieter now that some of these trivial disputes have been settled. It is such a shame that no noble blood was shed. Worry not, I merely jest. Perhaps now the nobles might consider the desperate situation that we find ourselves in and look at their neighbors as allies rather than enemies. The guard has more important matters to attend to, solving petty squabbles. You have my thanks, Lorander. Alright, no follow-up on him, so that's good. We have a quest right over here. Inhild.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Hello, traveler. May I ask a favor of you? I am worried about a young man named Rengar, who lives on a farm outside of Cliving. I have heard countless stories of crofters becoming under siege from fearsome orcs and other beasts, and I pray that Rengar remains yet safe. I care deeply for Rengar, but my father will not allow me to see him. He knows that Rengar is poor and believes he is unworthy of our concern. Please, visit his farm and ensure his safety. I love Rengar, but I would rather he flee to Edoras than come to harm for my sake. Ah, a love story. So let's head back down here and let's go find this Wolfgil person. The guy with the odd name, and ask him why he's been going over to the now deceased Mjeldrit's home. Wigfagal.
We must turn to the offensive.
You suspect me of these rumored crimes? How shameful. Know that I am a respected elder in this community. I was visiting Malbert for treatment to the terrible nightmares I began having shortly after my son and his family lost their lives. His croft was raided and burned in the first orc assaults. And still, Athward has refused to defend those helpless families outside the city walls. It is true I harbor no love for the Reeve after such a heartless decision, yet I would not resort to poisoning him. Consider for a moment how a citizen such as myself would have access to the Reeve's kitchen. Surely someone would have noticed my unexpected presence there. He's got some good points, but he's not off of the radar just yet. I think there's another one, yeah, right over here. In this house. Oh, back here. Excuse me, ma'am, I must speak with you.
What brings you to these lands?
I know that you are investigating the poison found in the kitchen and the murder of Malbert. Yes, I have heard the rumors. I must explain my actions so that you understand why I am innocent in these matters. I have been taking care of the injured man you see before us, Thriston. He was wounded in battle and is greatly impaired. I care greatly for Thriston, though he knows it not, and I have been overseeing his aid through medicinal herbs that Malbert has provided for us. I have been here frequently tending to him, thus my absence from the kitchen. It is true that no one can account for my whereabouts when the crimes were committed, but know that I have no more reason to harm Athelward than anyone else in town. Furthermore, Malbert was helping me to treat Thriston, and I would never have wished harm to come upon him. More good points. Please do not leave town anytime soon. Where to now? Looks like we need to go back up to the mead hall. I think we need to question the soldier that lost his dagger. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn the chat back on. I am a bad host. I am so sorry for my unprofessional nature of streaming. Squirrel! Alright, everybody, let's continue on now that I have realized that I'm an idiot. There should be a guard to question here somewhere, shouldn't there? Did I miss him? I don't see him on the radar. Maybe he's on the other side of the mead hall. Yes, he is. There's a whole other little area over here. There he is. Swithorn.
Our mission is dire.
Captain Theobmer told me of the circumstances involving Malbert and my dagger. I understand your reason to suspect me, but I can assure you that I had nothing to do with his murder. My weapon was likely taken from me in order to draw suspicion towards me and away from the real killer. On the night that Malbert's life was taken, I was patrolling the city perimeter with other guards. Had I left to visit his home, my absence would have been very strongly noticed. I have been grieving the loss of my brother, yet, as I have explained to Theodmore, I do not blame the Reeve for his death. I respect Athelward greatly, and understand his decision must have been a difficult one. I am an honorable man, and these despicable crimes are below me. Okay. I'd kind of like to question his alibi, question the guards that he was on patrol with to make sure that they say he didn't leave their side at any point during the patrol, but for right now, I'm going to put him on the bottom of the list of potential suspects.
What brings you to these lands?
Each suspect is given a different reason why he or she should be absolved. Swithorn claims to have witnesses for when Mielbert was slain. Eldora seems to be lacking a motive to harm either victim to harm either victim. And Wigfagel would like us to consider his lack of access to the restricted kitchen. The time draws near. Consider each testimony and all the evidence discovered. Action must be taken before others come to harm. We must apprehend a guilty party. What if it's not any of them? I mean, you know, that is a distinct possibility. It doesn't have to be one of those three. Those are just the three that he suspected off the bat. Trying to fix something here on my desk. I think that'll work. That'll work a little better. Every time I try to reach across to use my Stream Deck, to push a button or anything like that, I end up having to move the microphone out of the way. So I'm trying to put the Stream Deck in a better location where I can just hit it with my right hand, you know? I think that'll work. I think that should be good. And I hit the wrong button. You must uncover the culprit of these crimes or more lives will be in danger. Oh my, they want me to choose a person. So Swithorn, I think he has an alibi that is acceptable. I would like to question it more, but if they're not going to allow me to question it, right now he's at the bottom of the list. Because he was on duty, he was patrolling with other people that should be able to... trying to clean my desk. The cat has got fur everywhere. I am so sorry. Squirrel time. So yeah, he has an alibi. The young lady, it would seem, if you take her on face value what she said, if you believe that it is true, then she would have no reason to want Mielbert to be killed, because how is she going to get the supplies and knowledge to heal her the man that she loves, who doesn't know that she loves him, but she very much loves him according to what she said. So that seems like a good alibi as well, without being able to do more questioning. That seems like a good alibi. Man, the fur is thick over here. I can't get it off, and it's just driving me crazy. So that leaves us with Wigfagel. Now, I kind of see Wigfagel as a bit of arrogance, to be honest, because he's like, how dare you? I'm a prominent elder here. This would be below me. Why would I do this? I have no access to the kitchen. So the first thing that comes to mind is, why does he believe that having access to the kitchen is an issue? It almost seems to me like he knows that that would be a concern, and maybe he would have set that up in the first place so that it would be a plausible alibi. So if I have to choose between the three, I'm going to choose Wigfagel.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
So you believe Wigfagel to be the culprit? Yes. It cannot be understated that his grudge against Athelward gives him the strongest motive. Living alone at his estate, he has no witnesses for his whereabouts during these crimes. It takes little imagination to see how Wigfagel was the one responsible for this atrocity. I trust your decision on this matter. I shall go now to apprehend Wigfagel and take him to a cell in the dungeon. Meet me inside the dungeon under the mead hall. I really question this investigator, because he just took a stranger from out of town and said, here, go investigate this, and then at the end said, who do you think is the bad guy? Say, probably this guy. He says, okay, I'm going to go apprehend him. And it's like, I'm not so certain he was the best person to be leading this investigation. Just saying, that seems like a bad decision to me. But okay, There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on in Middle Earth right now, so yeah, maybe that's a thing. Here he is.
Our mission is dire.
Wigfoot protested when I came for him, but eventually he relented and came along willingly. We will hold him here as we gather more evidence to prevent him from causing further harm. Thinking on it now, I believe this was the best decision, Lorunder. Wigfagul's disdain for the Reeve led him to this scheme of deception and murder. Otherward's life will be safer with Wigfagul locked away.
The Rohirrim will need
You have been a
your aid.
tremendous help, both to me and to the people of Cliving. We all owe you a debt of gratitude for your fine service. Reeve Athward has sent word that he would personally like to thank you for your assistance in these matters. Go with haste. The Reeve's time is precious, and it is rare for him to pay heed to visitors of your stature. You're not going to get very far kicking that metal door. It really isn't good. Okay, just have fun, and try not to hurt yourself. We're on our way to go talk to the Reeve. I kept calling him a Thane earlier, didn't I? I don't know. I don't know the naming structure of the political parties and such of Middle Earth. I suck on that degree. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. A little too far.
You have done well.
Lorunda, you must be the wise man I have heard so much about. I simply must thank you. I could not be more pleased with the results of the investigation. To think that a coward would threaten my life with poisons rather than face me with their grievances in person, it sickens me. We must put these matters behind us, for the further turmoil yet lies ahead for me and my people. Receive this reward, and please consider helping us further. What do we get here? We got a ring that's got might and agility that we won't use. What about these? We got some light shoes. Our will goes up. Our vitality goes up. Yep, it looks like a win-win. We'll go ahead and take those.
I need you to do this.
Before I forget, let's go ahead and put our new shoes on. Alright. You have already proven yourself capable of managing important and challenging tasks, so it is with confidence that I entrust you with an errand of utmost significance. My primary thought is always to keep safe the people of the Norcrofts, yet I simply have not the riders at my disposal to scour each corner and crevice of my land for the threat of these invading armies. I have given orders for my people to retreat into Cliving or to flee south to Edoras. Those within the city walls will be protected. Many of the crofters have either not received the call for evacuation or fail to realize the seriousness even of the matter. Please ride to them now and make certain that they understand the dangers of remaining at their crofts. Okay. Oh, another quest.
I need your help.
We must give warning to travelers that the Norcrofts is no longer safe. I have asked for warning marks to be created so that they may be used to direct visitors west towards Edoras. I would ask that you display these warnings on posts along the roads so as to keep others from wandering into dangerous territory. Ride along the roads south and east of Cliving and display the warning markers upon any post you encounter.
I need you to do this.
My riders have spoken with me about a section of the Norcrofts between Cliving and Elfingales that they have branded the Red Fields, for the blood-stained grasses that have become an all-too-common sight there. These plains are so dangerous due to the ever-present threat of mounted orc archers. Can't read well today, it's killing me. Even the most seasoned rider can be struck with an unlucky or unexpected arrow and become mortally wounded. Clear as many of the mounted orc archers from this land as you can, and I will ensure that you are rewarded for your endeavors. Alright, so we got a trio of quests to take care of. And we have an alert down here. What is this? Title awarded Detective. Well, let's make that our title now. We are now Lorundor Detective. Nothing left in Cliving to do. Everything is outside of Cliving. So let's head on out. Go ahead and get on our mount. Oh my. I'm so happy it's Saturday. So happy it's Saturday. Let's check something. Have I done my tasks for the day? Nope, I have not done my daily task yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Excuse me. Let's see. We'll open up our large task item carry-all. If you can afford it, it is great to have one of these, as well as a large crafting carry-all. Those are two very helpful items. We have a bunch of blotchy skins. It's the ones I've been using in this area, so we'll continue doing that. Basically, for anybody that's not accustomed to Lord of the Rings Online, these task quests are daily quests that you can take and do. And basically what you're doing is you're turning in items that you've collected. These are task items. Unlike ordinary items, you can still sell them to a vendor. But the point is, you can turn them in on these task quests and you get some faction and experience. Mainly I'm after the legendary item experience. Normally, I think when you first start out, you have 4 tasks that you can do per character per day. Then by doing one of them or something, I can't remember what it was, you end up earning, you finish a deed which earns you an extra one, and then you have 5 that you can do per day or something like that. Now, just like everything in Lord of the Rings Online, if you have mithril coins, then there's certain things that you can do by simply spending those coins. It's not something that I encourage people to do. Don't go out and buy mithril coins just so you can do it. You can play the whole game without it. You really can. There's no reason for it. But if you have mithril coins from buying coffers or expansions or something that came with mithril coins, it doesn't hurt to use them to help yourself out sometimes. So like, we just did our 10 daily tasks. This thing pops up to let me know I've now finished my last one for the day. I click on it, and you can see right here, up here, you can see daily task 10 of 10, and you see that little mithril coin kind of thing next to it, and this popped up automatically because I clicked on the thing. If I spend 10 mithril coins, this would go up to 11 tasks each day for this character. So, you know, that's up to you if you want to do that sort of thing. As you can see, I have... oh, I can't get back into it right there by doing that. Oh, there, I can click on that. I have 985. I have a bunch of mithril coins because I don't use them for anything. Basically, I buy every coffer it comes out because I like the cosmetics and I like to be able to show y'all what's in the coffers and stuff. So that's why I spend the money. Hey, cool. Thanks for chatting there, beginning of days. And yes, this is my lore master. I love my lore master. Mainly, the only thing I used mithril coins for up to this point was when you go to a stable master. Let me go click on the stable master here to show you. So when I click on her, she'll show me all the places I can go, and the ones that are in yellow, I can't just travel there, but I can spend a mithril coin to go there, and then I'll know that path. So usually that's all I use my mithril coins for. All of them that I've got collected up is like each time I go to a new place, I just spend the 1 coin, and now I know how to get there, and I don't have to go there once, you know, on my own. It's just, you know, it's a convenience is all it is. Let's head outside of town and try to do all the things that we need to do out here. We need our horse steed at this point. See if we can do this without ice skating our way into a bunch of walls. I had to slow him down. So we've got quite a bit to do out here. Let's turn this way first, follow this path. I'm thinking this might be the one where I have to go to each marker. We'll find out soon enough. Oh, wood post. We're putting up one of the warning signs. Okay, so that's what that was. I find it much easier to kill mobs by just getting off my war steed. I know the whole point of the war steed was mounted combat, but I'm just being honest. It's easier to kill things with you're not on a war steed. For me. Maybe for you it's different, but for me it is easier. Drink some coffee.
What brings you to these lands?
The orcs have spread across the fields, have made it far too dangerous to remain. I will heed your warning and leave these lands behind, yet I hope someday to return. Alright, so we took care of that there. We need to go down the road for some more. By the way, this is the Gladden server. It's where I play. I am the leader of a kinship that's in this game. A kinship is a guild that you see in other games. I am the leader of Lorebound Walkers. We are very small. If you are looking for a kinship that you can hang out in and chat with others, and nice, friendly, casual kinship that will try to answer your questions if you have them, just create a character on Gladden, or if you have one already here, and you can jump on our Discord. The link is on Ferone.com, and chat with us, and I'll put you in kinship. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. No big requirements. The only requirement I actually have is don't be rude. That's really it. I had somebody that wanted to join last night, and I was like, sure. Got him in the kinship, and all he did was troll chat, the world chat, even at that, not in the kinship chat. And I put up with it for a short while, and then finally I was like, okay, I can't handle this. And I removed him.
What brings you to these lands?
My dear Inhild, she need not worry for me. Since I first gazed upon her in the market, I have been in love, and I will do anything to be near her. I refuse to leave for Edoras, for we may never meet again. I appreciate your concerns, but I will not leave without seeing Inhild.
The Rohirrim have
I must
need of
endure
your
the orcs
services.
until I am able to prove to Inhild's father, Whitman, that I am worthy of his daughter. The fence gates around my farm need to be secured. Upon each of my attempts to leave my farm, the orcs have harassed me and tried to ride me down. Please help me secure the fence, but remain vigilant of the orc riders in their torment. Okay. Let's go out here and repair his fence. The guy has a massive stuffed bear. I think he can handle himself. I'm just saying. Okay. So we've got some fences to repair. Oh, there's one right there. Leave the door alone. Let's fix the fence. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. I've got a bad guy chasing me somewhere. There they are. Normally I would mount up to chase these down, but I have found that as a caster, I can kill them much easier just by nuking them as they go by. What else do we got? We need some more fencing to fix, don't we? Or was that literally it and we go back in? I think that was it. It was just fix that one and then they attack.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I'm glad to see that you have dealt with those merciless brutes. I am fortunate to have someone with such skill in my company. Let us hope that the orcs decide to relent their constant harassment now that they have seen our ability to defend against them.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Your dispatch of those orc ruffians has given me a rather clever idea. With your assistance, I have thought of a way to gain the respect of Inhild's father. There is a notorious Uruk thief that I have witnessed looting various trinkets and valuables from the abandoned farmsteads surrounding my home. His fondness for treasure will be his downfall. Track down this Uruk and separate him from his ill-gotten gains. With those valuables in my possession, I might yet impress old Whitman and be allowed to court his daughter. Alright, let's see if we can do that. Where is he, though? Alright, let's go this way. Little bit of lag. There we are. Now it fixed itself. Before he can even start his mounted attack. What do we got here? Here we are. Thank you for the warning. Seems to me now that these lands are fit for naught but war. We'll make haste for Edoras in the hopes that Theoden King will still hold against our foes. Okay. Another one of the farmers has been convinced to seek safety. Let's go over to this farm. Cannot understand why Ethelward refuses to send his riders to help defend our homes, but he has always done what is best for his people, and I will adhere to his decree for evacuation. Blessings to you, messenger. Okay, where to next? There's a spot up here. We'll take out some of the bad guys as we go. Ah, it's another farm. Grieve Ethelward intends to leave us unprotected if we do not flee. I cannot fathom leaving my home abandoned, but I will do so if it means safety for my family. Thank you, stranger. We shall make for Cliving at once. He said Elder. Oh, he's going the wrong spot. Alright. This way. There appears to be a warband in that direction. We haven't killed warband up in this area yet, so let's go kill this warband. Or attempt to, at least. There it is. Grab this first. There we are. Well, wrong button. Boy, I'm really hitting the wrong buttons now. So we want to get near him. As a caster, like I said, I can do better off my mount than on. And my god, is he really going to do ring around the stone? Alright, so I'm going to jump off and try to get a nuke off immediately. Before he got too far away. Perfect. Alright, we got him. See, that's what I'm saying. You can kill so much faster with your ordinary abilities. That would have taken me a lot of time to kill him on the mounted, in mounted combat. Alright, so we finished that warband. If it pops up again, technically we can put it in the filter and get rid of it. Where's this guy? There he is. There you go. Have a nice day. We'll head down this way. That this one over here. Although, what is this out here? Maybe it's a post that I need to deal with. Oh, another remote quest. Defeat mounted orcs in the western farmlands. Sounds like fun to me. Is this it doesn't appear to be clickable. I bet you I get a quest later on that'll let me click that. Alright, let's take a look where we're going. Right over here, so we're not gonna mount up. We'll be there in no time. You got a nice cosmetic for the staff. Is that an old ally? Oh no, actually that is the Rakish Coffer. This is a Rakish Charmer's ceremonial staff, and then on top of it, the aura I have rolling on it is the Rakish Charmer's weapon aura. This was part of a coffer. I don't think it's available still, but we'll take a check. Take a look. It was available just recently, and I think they just took it off the market again. We'll do a search for coffer, but I'm pretty sure it's gone now. No! Look at that! It is still available. Rakish Patron's Luxuriant Coffer is 9,995. It was on sale before. Rakish Patron's Enhanced Coffer. Let me take a look inside here. This has Rakish Charmer's Ceremonial Staff, and the Rakish Charmer's Ceremonial Runestone, Rakish Charmer's Weapon Ore. So the cheaper of them should have all the items you need necessary for that. So, a little bit of a squirrel, but all good. If y'all have questions about anything you'll see in my streams, be sure to ask. I'm more than willing to help out. Sometimes I don't see the chat until too late, like right there. I have no idea how long he asked
Our
that question
mission is
ago. He
dire.
may already be gone. I hope not. But the rest of you can gain some info from it. I shall miss my home dearly, but I will not disobey a command from our noble Reeve. Ethelwerd is a wise ruler, and if he requires us to take shelter within the city, then that is the course of action I will take. Pardon me, for I must begin preparations to set forth. Okay, and we have a thing over in that direction. Let's go that way. And there's a mounted orc. We'll kill him as well. I wish that on my war steed I could cast my ordinary spells and abilities rather than having to use the war steed abilities you get when you're on your war steed. That would make me use the war steed much more oftenly. As it is, I use the war steed basically for fast travel now. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and mount up. And see, that's why I don't mount up, because as soon as I take a step, I see somebody I need to kill. Finish that quest. Alright. We don't need these, do we? Oh, for the Beast Advanced Slayer. Yeah, we do need that. Bad guys be damned. We need more bad guys. Okay, so we can go further south, but here's some guys out here we can kill. To mount. I'm not seeing anything. Yep, we'll mount. Ah, there's another one of those posts we need to mark as well, so we'll head in that direction while we're killing. I am so overpowered for these mobs. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about it. I enjoy it. Alright, that takes care of all of those. Got a spot over here. We still need to kill some more of those, and we need a couple of things in that direction. So we'll head back up this way. Yeah, that's cool. Wild stallions running through. Alright, we do have something up this way. I love one-shotting them with electricity. Kill them with lightning! Ah, I see. It's going to be that pole over there. Let me try that real quick. Somebody was putting a code in the chat. See if it still works or if I've already claimed it. It says smog spoils. Okay, I've already used it, so. Squirrel! Did I already get this flag, this post? I guess I did. Alright. One more thing to do over in this direction. Oh, we still gotta go back to Elfingales. Oh yeah, to let her know about her daughter and that her daughter was saying she's fine and happy. Fear the looter. Oh, the Carolina Storm. That's the guy that was looting stuff. Okay. Let's head up this way. Oh, don't mount. There's one right there. Oh, it's the looter again. He just respawned. We kill you a second time! Wish I could mount faster so I could jump off nuke and jump right back on. Uh-oh. Rengar is nowhere to be seen. Signs of struggle are visible. Oh my. There's Rengar's spear. He may have been left on the ground. His cloak, and all looks bloodied. And torn is stained with blood. Anything upstairs? No? This does not bode well for Rangor. Before we go back to town, though, we got something over here and here to do. So we're going to go full speed in that direction, not stop to kill anything. While we're on our way over there, we got some time to chat, so if you would, over on Twitter and Twitch, please hit the follow. Please share my links, my content. I would greatly appreciate it. And then head over to YouTube, youtube.com/Ferone1. There's a 1 at the end of the Ferone. Links are all right down there. And please subscribe to me over there. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're currently at something like 717, I think. So please, please do me a big favor and go subscribe. And if you would, leave a like and a comment, because it does help others to find my my videos whenever they go on there and they are Lord of the Rings fans. It automatically shows up in their browse, and you know, it gets triggered because, you know, other people have seen mine. That's what it's based off of, and you know, the algorithms. So if you do that, I would greatly appreciate it. Wyand orcs have taken to occupying and desecrating the once peaceful farmsteads of the noble crofters of Cliving. The strongest among the orc infantry have taken to claiming each structure as their own personal habitat. Well, we can't allow that. Hey, thanks for the follow, good Magaboo. Hello, buddy. Your stream, you stream pretty cool. I love it, and I want to be a friend with a sick idea for your channel. Chat me up on Discord. Okay. Let me destroy this. this banner here. Apparently that's what I need to do. Defeated the White Hand Pillagers. I knew that these banners were going to be for something. Oh, that one won't let me destroy it. Why is that? Okay, it's gone. I was wondering what the thing was on my screen that was hanging out there. So yeah, I do appreciate each and every one of y'all, especially when you chat. It makes me happy. I feel like I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. We need to go in that direction, actually. Why does it keep showing these? I'm not on my mount. That's weird. Ow! Is that another one over there? Yes, it is. Nope, lagging. Huh. I gotta try that next time to see them. I wonder if that's a quest thing that I need to do and I'm failing at doing it because I haven't been noticing it. It's a possibility. But I much more believe that it probably has to do with a bug. That's what I'm thinking. Come on. There it goes. Just to be completely honest with you, good Magaboo, usually when people say things like that, it means that they're wanting to sell you something and it's kind of like an advertising bot. So I probably won't reach out to you directly. But if you would like to send me a message, feel free to do so. The Discord server is listed on Ferone.com. These days you have to be careful. So that's one of the things that I do, is I am careful. See what I'm saying about how long it takes to kill this way? I would have killed him like 1 or 2 shots if I'd have got off my mount. But the problem then is, you know, getting back on the mount takes too long. Nine of 10. All right. I wonder if the casting versions of the mounted is like the melee versions, where the faster your mount is going, the more damage you can get out of it. It's a possibility that that's true, but I do not know for certain. Oh wow, we're nowhere near where I thought I was. Oh well. Alright, right up here is where we're supposed to be. Is that not it? Alright, let's get off our mount. Let's see what we can figure out here. Where is this? It's right over here. Oh, pardon me. Let's get you all dotted up and you can, you know, go sit in timeout. There you go. There's that thing again. That has got to be a bug. Ah, okay, that's what I needed to kill over here. Okay. There's something up behind me here as well, apparently. Oh yeah, I remember this from when I've been through here before on my champion. Before we go up there then, let's go down here and do this, then we'll come back up to it. Because I think it's another little quest hub, if I remember correctly. And of course, I'm going the wrong way. It's nice when it actually die quickly. I think I'm putting a bleed on him as well, so maybe he'll die eventually on his own anyway. Yeah, he's dead. Alright. Something right out here. It's gonna be this flag. No? But this is the spot. Oh, those were the ones where you had to ride around to all the spots. As soon as I got there, it went away. Okay. I'll learn eventually. You know, it takes a little while, but I'll figure it out. Ooh, one shot. I like that. Where's the... Okay, I got that spot as well. That was a drive-by area. Here we are.
Will you aid the horse
These
lords?
pillagers are a grim indication of what the orcs intend to accomplish. They have defiled the deserted homes of the Cofters. It is a fine deed you have done in removing their presence.
What brings you to
Knowing that
these
the
lands?
invaders have fallen to your prowess fills me with a sense of satisfaction. Each orc slain in the fields delays the chance of their forces amassing to attack the city. Keep vigilant, brave Lore Master.
Rohirrim will
Hell, Lore Master. Take care as you travel in these lands. The vacant farms southwest of the city have fallen under the control of White Hand orcs. Their previous residents, fleeing to Edoras, were seeking sanctuary within the walls of Cliving. The orcs have taken it upon themselves to mark our lands with their various brands and symbols. It may not matter to most, but I cannot bear to see our homeland so crudely desecrated. If it is not much trouble, I request that any orc banners or totems that you come across be destroyed. I shall see that you are compensated generously for your efforts. Those are the things I've been destroying all along out there. But now I'm going to get credit for doing it. Alright, I don't see other quests available up there, so let's go ahead, go back down here, and do stuff. We're getting close to being ready to go back to Cliving and turn some quests in. So that's a good thing. Let me see something. Do you want to see this? Ah, yes, there is a dot on them. Okay, that's what I thought. So they will die eventually, just not instantly. Okay, that I like. Oh, he made me slow down. A bit of jousting here. And again, if I just jumped off my mount, they'd be dead in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Vern? It's novelty. Alright, let's destroy the markers and stuff and all of that. I'm pretty sure... Oh, let's use this thing. Find out what the heck it does. What did it do? I didn't see it do crap. Alright, off the mount. I can't take it no more. Boom, you're dead. Okay, so I can't harm that. That's not one of the things I need to harm. Let's go this way. Need more coffee. We're walking at ordinary speed. We need to go 10% faster. Hold on to your belts. Hold on to your seat even. We're gonna fly now. Look how fast we're going. We're going fast. Really fast. That's one. Yeah, it's one of those types. Let's check our map, make sure we're not getting out of the area. It bugs me that I can't destroy that one. Let's kill this guy here. Shouldn't have been an orc, it was his fault. Three of four. Oops, wrong button. God, I'd give anything if I could do that same amount of nukage with one shot while on my war steed. That would be great. I wouldn't have to get off and run around to kill everything. Apparently I don't need those anymore. Just check our map. We need to go back this way. We've killed that warband up there already, so I don't really care for having to go chase him down and kill him again right now. Let's go towards this farm out here. Yeah, that's part of this. It's going on 10 a.m. already. Still got a little time. We got at least another hour. And after that, I have to go be a responsible adult and go to the grocery store and elsewhere get things done for the real world. Unfortunately, the world doesn't work where I just complete quests and deeds in the game, and you know, that doesn't do it all apparently. I don't know why, but it doesn't. Pew! Pew pew pew! 4 of 4, was that it? That was it. Alright, let's go back and turn that in. Bum, ba, bum. I want to know, what does this ability actually do? 451 to 564 light damage, and heals me at the same time. That's good. I didn't know it did that. But this is my main nuker right here. That puts a dot on them too. This doesn't actually do damage. Oh. It's kind of a snare root thing. And the other one is a mitigation lowerer. Debuffer. Something like that. Come up with the word, use it, it'll be all fine. Just because I want to. It would appear I have one chasing me. There we go, he ain't chasing us anymore. I hit a button at the same time. That was hilarious looking. Alright, anyway.
Our mission is dire.
I suspect that seeing the banners and totems fall disturbs the orc invaders as greatly as it has disturbed me to see them erected on our land. I praise your convictions, Lorander. Few have the bravery to risk undertaking such a task, and am pleased to reward you, as promised.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Reeve
Will you
Athelward
aid us?
has asked us to remain on watch against the orcs and to ensure the safety of the city. We repelled the single attempted infiltration of Cliving, and in the time since, no orcs have dared to try again. All the while, the orcs are free to roam our lands, pillaging and raiding as they see fit. I mean no disrespect to Reeve Athelward, but I know that we could greatly benefit were we to ride against the orcs in the fields. My men all agree, save Leoficetel. Please speak with him and convince him that riding against our foes is the correct course of action. And where is he located at? Ah, he's over here, at the tower. Leoficetel.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
Garamond oversteps his bounds. We are under direct orders from Reeve Athelward himself. We are to guard the city walls and never to patrol beyond. I will not take part in this disobedience. I understand that it is a noble undertaking, but we have our commands and we must follow them. I suggest you inform Garamond that I will be reporting to Athelward the moment he abandons his post. Do not take part in his foolishness, Lorander. Yeah, we have a tattletale. A tattletale. Is it two?
What brings you to these lands?
A plot thickening? I cannot fault Leoficetel for his loyalty to the Reeve, but there is more to duty than simply following commands. We have all sworn oaths to protect these lands and the people that live upon them. I wish to uphold those oaths and to bring justice to the trespassers against the plains of Rohan. Excuse me. I will gladly face the consequences if my deeds preserve even a yard of my homeland. I welcome you to ride with us, Lorander. We intend to strike fear into these brutes and pillagers. I would be honored to ride with you. Let's travel now.
Garmund has rejected my commands to remain guarding the city. He has taken his Aelred to reclaim land from the orcs, keeping his oath to protect the whole of the Norths.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
I'm glad to have you with me, Lorander. Stay close and be ready to strike our foe. Come, let us see what these trespassers are made of. Oh, we're going at full gallop. Let's go. Oops. Onward to battle! When the mounted combat works well, it's actually decently fun. Unfortunately, it doesn't work well that often. I believe it puts a great strain on the servers is what the problem is, but I do not know specifically. No orc can match the riding skill of the horse lords. Yes, but why are we doing weird figure 8 circles? Where should we actually be going? Show no mercy to the trespassers. I'll wait until he picks a direction to go in. Instead of just sitting there circling over and over and over. There. Clicked him. Just waiting on the server to acknowledge it. Let's try it again. It says I'm too far away. That's what it is. So we're just going to get off the war mount that causes issues with that and click him. Let's return to the outpost at the watchtower. We cannot hope to regain the fields in such short time. Sounds good to me. Alright, so, here he is. Garmund.
Will you aid the horse lords?
It weighs heavy upon my heart to see the lands I have sworn to protect in such ruin and abandonment. Slowly may we overcome the numbers of the orcs and their trail of wreckage, but not if we are shut behind our city walls. I thank you for accompanying me, Lorunder. It is no small comfort to know that there are others who know the importance of protecting one's home. So we're just going to grab one. None of these can be used by me.
The Rohirrim have need of
I'm
your
rather
service.
surprised to find Leofsatel awaiting our arrival. He has made it known that he wishes to speak with you. Perhaps he has had a change of heart regarding our purpose. You may inform him that I hold no grudge against him for his refusal. If he wishes to assist us once more, we are more than willing to accept his return. I got a feeling that's not going to be the case. Let's go talk and see what Leofsatel has to say.
I do not believe.
Rejoin Garmund? Am I taken for a fool? I have returned to deliver a formal summons by Reeve Althord. He requests your presence at the mead hall at once. Having disclosed the details of Garmund's betrayal, the Reeve seeks a neutral party to discuss a resolution. I hardly consider you neutral, but nonetheless, you have been chosen to discuss the matters with the Reeve. Do not let Garmund's arrogance go unpunished. I don't think that... I don't know. You know, I don't know. Let's head back to Cliving. We're going to take the shortcut to Cliving and use a return. And there it is. Oh my back and shoulders are hurting. They're aching. I've been having a lot of shoulder trouble as of late. Went and saw the doctor yesterday. He's now put in an order for me to get some MRIs. See what in the world is actually going on. Because the exercises he was having me do were helping somewhat, but it's not going away. The issue is just still
Will
there.
you aid the horse lords?
This is Radngar's cloak, is it not? I was worried that he had not been found, but it seems you have been helping him after all. You look concerned, Lorander. Is something wrong? Well, his cloak is bloodied.
The Rohirrim have need
Why have you
of
brought
your
me
services.
Rengar's cloak? Whatever concerns you, please speak your mind. You described to Inhild the scene you witnessed when you returned to Rengar's farm. She begins to quietly sob. Oh, no, it cannot be true. Oh, Rengar, my love, why did he not flee? I begged him not to stay on my behalf. I know that he stayed so that we might be together, but it is now doubtful that I will ever look upon him again. Lorander, I must ask you for one final favor. You must take me to Rengar's farm so that I may bid goodbye to him in person. I will know no peace until I see these things for myself. Please, speak with my father inside our home. Ask that he allow you to escort me to Rengar's farmstead. Okay. Where's he at? Maybe he's upstairs. There he is.
What business have you with the road?
Inhild yet waste her thoughts on that foolish Rengar. He is but a worthless farm boy. A woman of her standing should be courted by a wealthy noble or brave warrior. You explained to Whitman the events of Rengar's farm and request to escort Inhild there so that she may know peace. I shed no tears for Rengar. His fate is a result of his own foolish actions. I will grant Inhild my blessing to leave if it helps her to forget about her silly affections, but you must promise to keep her safe. Sure, I'll keep her safe. Let us go at once, Lorander, before my father changes his mind on this matter. Lead the way.
You have escorted Inhild to the home of Rangar, offering her the chance to have closure regarding the death of the man she once loved.
What brings you to these lands?
Thank you for bringing me here, Lorander. I hope that I have not been overly troublesome to you. You have been a greater friend to Rangar and myself than you know. Please excuse me for a moment. Inhild begins to call out for Rangar. Rangar! Rangar! Where are you, Rangar? Why have you left me? Where are you, my love? Oh, how I miss you. Amazingly, Rengar appears to be alive. It's good to see you, my love. I cannot believe that it worked. What? Shocker!
Our mission is dire.
Greetings again, Lorander. I understand your surprise. Please allow me to explain. Inhild and I have known that we would never be together as long as Whitman could stop us. We devised a plan to feign my death in hopes that Whitman would allow Inhild to see something. For our scheme to work, we would need an outsider to lend help. That outsider was you, Lorander. I'm sorry to have deceived you, but it was the only way to ensure that you would be, good God, genuine when convincing Whitman. We did not wish for it to be this way, but we had no choice. Please do not be angry. You have done us a great service. There is one final matter that needs to be dealt with. Please speak with Inhild, and she will explain.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
My father cares for me, but he shares not my views of love. He would never allow for me to spend my life with a farmer, no matter how good that man might be. Rangar and I must depart together for safer lands. You have been so helpful, but I must ask of you one final request. Please tell my father that I have gone off with a rich and handsome rider from Idris, whom we encountered on our return. In this way he will miss me, but be altogether happy for my good fortune. It seems like, I don't know that he would just be like, oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. Good fortune to you, Lorander. We owe you our happiness together. Alright, let's go tell Whitman that his daughter just happened upon some wealthy person from Edris and has left him. See what he has to say.
What brings you to
You
these
return.
lands?
I trust that Inhild has returned safely as well. Stay a moment and share with me your visit to the belated Rengar's home. Let's see. We have a cloak here. Of course, I don't actually use cloaks on this character because I have a special item I bought a very long time ago in the store that gives me 25% legendary item mounted combat experience. What? Oh, and mounted combat experience. But I want to see what the cloak looks like. Yep. And we have a light armor. Okay, that's probably our choice. The will goes down a lot. You gain critical rating, but man, you lose a lot of will there. And that's worthless. Let's take a look at this. Okay. Yeah. We'll take it.
The Rohirrim will need your
What
aid.
makes you hesitate, Lorander? Is there something you have not told me? Accepting and completing this quest will uphold Inhild's wish to deceive her father. You will not be allowed to complete the quest, speaking the truth to inform Whitman of what actually transpired. Let's see what the other one says.
Our success depends upon our strength.
It's the
Will you
opposite
aid
of
us?
that one. We want to allow her to have a happy life, so we're going to go with Inhild's
The
wishes.
Rohirrim have need of your services. Our mission
You
is
attempt to
dire.
convince Whitman that you encountered a very handsome and wealthy rider along the road south of Cliving. You describe how Inhild became enamored with the man and she accepted his offer to travel together to Edros. Can this be true? Oh, I just knew this would happen, Lorander. I always suspected Inhild would find someone more worthy, but what incredible fortune. I wish that she had introduced me to this man before departing. Nonetheless, I shall have to visit them someday when the roads are safe again. Thank you for protecting my daughter, Lorander, and for bringing me such wonderful news. You have my deepest respect. Uh-huh. He's a bit of a fool. Alright. See what else we can do here in town. I believe we have been summoned to speak with the Reeve. Which way is it? It's that way. Okay. Oh, we missed a quest person back here. Oh yes, he sent us out to do a bunch of things earlier.
You have ridden the bounds? What did you encounter?
My men ride that circuit many times a day, ensuring the safety of the city. Usually it is quiet, but occasionally orcs or other foes stray within the line and must be fought or driven away. Sorry.
For Rohan
I was
to be
told that
safe
Reeve
and well
Alderwood
guarded,
wanted to speak with you before you depart
Crofts must
Cliving.
be as
Thank you
well.
again for your help, and I hope the Reeve rewards you in suitable fashion for the age you have graciously given. For Rohan to be safe and well guarded, the Norcrofts must be as well, and I appreciate your help in that regard. And I know the Reeve will agree. He might, but, you know, I did go against his wishes and went out there and slaughtered the orcs. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, there's Hearn and Nona and Corridon. Get our names back up there. There we are. A lot of quests here.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you for heeding my summons, Thorander. Leofsatel has told that you have been assisting Captain Guttermund and his riders. Please share with me the events that you have witnessed and your opinion of Guttermund's intentions. You describe the raid against the orcs led by Guttermund, his respect for Reeve Athward, and his desire to protect his homeland from the invaders. Athward listens, nods, and thinks for a moment before speaking. I hear truth in the words you speak, Lorander, and I will now pass judgment on these matters, with your testimony in mind. Now inform Leofsatel I have food that has arrived. It's amazing. It's been a miracle. I don't know what quest I accomplished, but I have a reward. A reward from McDonald's. Thank you, quest giver. I appreciate it. I have a Dr. Pepper here. We'll drink that when we finish our coffee. Let's see what we got from Mickey D's. I'm loving it. It is a steak, egg, and cheese bagel. Yes, please. Oh my, that was good. Do I have a? I don't have a napkin. It didn't come with one. As we were saying. Squirrel. I hear truth in the words you speak, Lorunder, and I will now pass judgment on these matters with your testimony in mind. Inform the Elfsatel that I am moved by his loyalty and his adherence to my commands. As such, I have decided to bestow upon him the title of Captain of the Guard. With this rank, he shall be able to oversee the other men on guard and ensure that none shall risk their lives to attack the White Hand orcs. When you have finished with Leofsatel, speak with Captain Garman. Garman is to pack his supplies and return to the mead hall. For his noble acts and his great desire to protect others, he will receive the privilege of becoming my personal protector and safeguard. My life will be more secure with Garman's at my side. Okay.
I am inspired by your companion's example.
I have been speaking with your companions while you aided my captain of the guard, Lorunder. I am inspired by their example. A man of Rohan, a girl of Dunland, and even an elf. How is it that that folk of such different backgrounds can work together? It pains me to see you leave. Can you not stay and help with the maintenance of Cliving? I could use each of your talents to better the state of my people. Discuss among yourselves if you must, but do not decide to leave so quickly. A strong Cliving makes for a strong Rohan, and these are troublesome times.
You have done well.
Thank you for providing warning to my people. Too many have fallen already, and it shames me greatly. With the crofters safely within the city walls, I shall do all in my power to keep Cliving safe. Got a series of quests we've finished I want to get through before I continue talking with the others. We've done our part. Now we must hope that travelers heed the warnings and change course as necessary. Thank you for your aid. You've proven again to be a dependable messenger. Oh, Ding 81. Hello, everybody. We have leveled.
You have done well.
The Norcrofts will be safer for my riders and for those evacuating. Without the orcs suddenly raining arrows down upon them, you are well deserving of this reward. Alright, that was all of them. We're going to wait for that, and let's talk with all of our people here.
This city has little to fear of orcs, if you ask the opinion of an elf.
I've seen more secure homes, but they were in the Malorns of Lorien. The city has little to fear of orcs, if you ask for the opinion of an elf. Ethelward should see what he can do to protect the people who live elsewhere in the Norcrofts, but he can do that without our presence.
We need not stay here any longer. Cliving has strong walls.
And its defensive position is better than the other towns we have seen. Ethelward has little cause to fear orcs from this fastness. He does not need our help any longer, and we should be off.
I think it is time to go.
The orcs we followed did not come this close to Cliving, either because it was not on their road or they were afraid of the town's defenders.
You cannot blame me for wanting to keep skillful folk at the disposal of my people.
I understand that you need to be off. You cannot blame me for wanting to keep skillful folk at the disposal of my people. If you have business back at Elfengale's, can I ask you to deliver a message for me? You murmur your assent, and Ethelward rumbles pleasantly, whatever. Good. This may surprise you, Lorunder, but I have no male heir to carry on my line. I love my daughters more than my own life. but a son would release me from the worry that my line will end with me. My wife has been dead this past year, and it is time I began thinking of the future. Thane Mildreth of Elfingels has had more than her share of grief these past few months. If it is in my power to heal the sorrow I have caused her, I would do so. I desire her hand in marriage. I respect her decision in this, but please express to her how strong a union between our families and our cities would be. The Norcrofts could only benefit from such a union. It is not the first time I have asked for her hand, but it will be the last, no matter her decision. The plot thickens.
I need you to do this.
My father always said that a good leader serves not by sitting on his throne and giving orders. A great leader will lead his people by his example. This is why I must take to the field and face the dangers directly. Your deeds speak of your great prowess, Lorander, and accompany me. I would like to see your abilities firsthand. Man, my sinuses are bad today. Come, we set forth at once. Let us count the number of orcs that fall before the day has passed, shall we? All right.
I have taken to the battlefield, hoping to inspire and reassure my people. We fight together, and I wish to witness firsthand your ability in combat. You have done well.
Stay with me as I patrol this area. We shall remove from these lands any of the scattered vermin that now infest them. Ready your weapon, friend. If your noteworthy reputation is not groundless, these orcs should prove to be no match for us. As I assume they won't be. It's been quite some time since I've taken to the battlefield in person. The enemy impedes our path. Let's display our prowess. Your prowess, even. Yet another foe defeated. Let us carry onward. Let's onward, not backward. Onward. Let's go. Yeah. Wonder whether we will ever truly reclaim the Norcrofts from our foes. Easy for you to say. There's a lot of furs in that statement. That was not the ability I wanted to use. Nor was that. We're going to get this right eventually. There's what I wanted. Victory for Cliving, victory for the Norcrofts. I'm curious why the Reeve is out here with just me and there's like no guards or anybody with him. It seems a little odd. I would think that there would be like a war party. Rather interesting fighting style, Lorander. We have come far enough for today. It is best that we return to the city. I'm rather impressed by your potency, Lorander. Let us continue. On your guard, the foe has sought to surprise us from behind. None can match me in combat. All who try are fools. Indeed, Reeve, you are doing a great job. Oh, there he goes. How foolish of me. I have tracked not our finishing blows. Were you mindful of the count? Hold back nothing. Unleash your wrath upon the enemy. No, I didn't think to count them, unfortunately. Yet another foe defeated. Let us carry onward. The threat has waned. Let us pause and speak for a moment. Yes?
You have done well.
You have fought well, but this plague of orcs and uruks seems endless. In a short time, the orcs will have taken hold of the area again, and we will have to clear them out once more. For now, we must be content with having cleared the road for those seeking refuge. You fight with bravery and heroism. I see now why some consider you to be such a gallant lore master. Let us return to the city. We have a bunch of alerts here. Reputation changed, deed bestowed, deed completed, title awarded, friend to the Norcrofts, and 10 free Lotro points from simply playing the game. I mean, that's freaking awesome. I do love that. Whoa.
Thank you for your help.
Well fought, Lorunda. Your prowess in battle is far more considerable than I had estimated. I mean no exaggeration when I say this. Your presence may prove to be the deciding factor in the fate of my people. Thank you for aiding me. So we got a new title just then. Title awarded. The Gallant. We'll go ahead and take that. I have a personal matter that I feel can be entrusted to you. The second eldest of my daughters, Idis, has aspirations of becoming a shield maiden, following in the reputation of her father as a great warrior. I love Idis dearly and wish her to be happy, so I have arranged for her to receive training in preparation for becoming a shield maiden. I've seen your experience and talent when it comes to matters of prowess. Would you be willing to mentor Idis, oversee her training, and ensure that she is happy and free from danger? Sorry, everybody. If you're able to assist her, please speak with her trainer, Edwulf. You will find him at the secluded training grounds east of Cliving, north of the veil of trees along the road. Okay. Got about half an hour left, everybody. Hope y'all are enjoying this episode of Saturday Morning Lotro as much as I'm enjoying playing the game right now for you. Please keep in mind that you can create an account, download the game, and play through 95 levels of content for free. Just head over to lotro.com and you can do so. Let's see here. And also, we need to go to Elthingels. Let's do that. Let's go to Elthingels. There it is. If you're over on YouTube, please hit the subscribe, leave a like and a comment. I greatly appreciate it. We're trying very hard to get to 1,000. I say we. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're currently in the 700s. Over on Twitter and Twitch, please hit the follow. Doing very nicely over there as well. We're over 300 Twitch followers. Let's see, we're in Ethengels and we need to go. Oh, yes, it's up here.
You cannot be serious.
I expected that.
That braggart.
Thane Mildred listens to your message from Reeve Althward with growing horror and disgust. His inaction doomed my husband Pendred to death by the orcs, and he personally gave my son the wound that killed him. He has the gall to ask for my hand not once but twice, and to use friends to do it. Mildred brings herself under control and continues in a quiet, deadly voice. I sent you to learn if my daughter Siflid was being treated well by the murderer of her father and brother. Is she?
Thank you for easing the worry in a mother's heart.
If Siflid says she is being treated well, I will keep my complaints to myself. Thank you for easing the worry in a mother's heart. My daughter is strong-willed, and I trust that she will have the sense to send word if her situation changes to ill. Turning now to the well-being of my people, I find clarity. We must not rely on the Reeve to protect us. I do not trust him, but more so I feel in my heart he will see first to the defense of Cliving, and not leave his walls to protect the rest of us. The other towns of the Norcrofts do not have Cliving's natural defenses. You have been a good help to me, but I know you are eager to progress westward in pursuit of the Uruks you seek. Go southwest to Faldham by way of the river crossing, to scout and see if the crossing is held by foes. Also, I ask that you collect emblems from any orcs you find in the Norcrofts. Show those emblems to Elfhelm, the Thane of Faldham, as proof that we must stand on our own and not rely on Athward. Oh wait, Elfhelm has gone to the fords of Eisen. His son Elfmar must have rule of Faldham in his absence. Show him the emblems.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ethengel's, traveler. Even though I've talked to you many times, I'm going to act like I've never talked to you before. I must ask your pardon for the sorrowful state of matters. We mourn for the former Thane, which you already knew this, my husband Pendred, and our son Pendulf. Do not feel obligated to grieve on our behalf. It will help matters not for you to dwell in sadness. That was very odd. So we've been doing things, related to that all this time, and all of a sudden she acts like as if, it's our first time meeting. It's crazy when designers do that. But anyway. Alright. We gotta go speak with the Reeve's daughter up here that's wanting to learn to be a shield maiden. We need to check down here to see if there's orcs down here. And there's supposed to be a guy down here we need to meet with. So it looks like the whole southern portion of Norcrofts is next. So that being said, I want to go try to finish up the stuff in the north. Looks like we also need to go back over here. Probably to talk to Garmund or whatever. So let's do that. We'll take the fast road. Meaning, oh, it's not up yet. We got one more minute. Oh, darn the rotten luck. We'll take a mount over here. That way I can take time to eat. Oh yeah, he's down at the bottom of the town. Squirrel!
Our mission is dire.
Mm-hmm. Cliving. We'll take the long road so I can eat a little bit. I think my coffee's just about done. Folgers. Good to the last drop. Literally. Just had the last drop. Now we'll drink some Dr. Pepper. I shouldn't. It's bad for me. But my brother got it for me, so I'm going to drink it. I was assuming we had to come back up here and talk with the Reeve, but apparently we don't yet. But I want to see if there's an exit over here on the right to get to where his daughter's at easier. No? Is there one back here? Nope, there's not. Oh well. Let's go back this way. I mean, it would have been really poor judgment if there had been one up there. I mean, that's where the main building is with your leader. You wouldn't want a entrance right by it. But I had to check just to see. Where am I at? That's the daughter right there. Question is, where's the person I'm supposed to talk to? I don't understand. It's not showing me on the map here. I'm actually up here. It appears to be... Oh, I hate that. Down there. Oh, the camp down here. Okay. We got about 23 more minutes. So we'll try to make it through this quest arc here. And then we'll probably call it for a Saturday morning Lotro.
I do not believe you will find welcome here.
The trading grounds of Erlingus are no place for a young woman such as Ida's. When she becomes injured, or possibly worse, it will be my head that Reeve Athelward will be after. Well, then teach her better, instead of being scared of teaching her. If you are here to help keep her safe, then I welcome your aid, but please refrain from encouraging her foolish ambitions of becoming a shield mate. If the Norcrofts is to be saved, it will not be by foolhardy women. She could be very helpful. She could end up being the best shield maiden out there.
We cannot wait for the darkness to abate. Rohan must run.
Idis is quick to learn fighting techniques, but she lacks size and strength. Training is one matter, but she has absurd ideas of charging alongside the men onto a real battlefield. Since you seem to be quite eager to help her, I am going to relinquish her training duties to you. Athelward can speak to you when she gets herself killed. It will be none of my concern. Go speak with her at the mill to the north, above the ridge. You, sir, are a jerk, but I'm going to go teach her. If you've enjoyed my content today, I encourage you to subscribe, leave a like and a comment on YouTube, and hit the follow and share over on Twitch and Twitter. It always makes me smile to see people enjoying the content that I make.
Another lesson learned.
My God, her voice. I have great respect for Edwulf's prowess. I'm not going to say it that way. Anyway, in combat, but as a mentor, he leaves much to be desired. You've been sent to take his place. You would not have been chosen were you without skill, but you have yet to prove yourself worthy of my favor. I shall have you know that I intend to become a shield maiden of great renown, and that I take my training quite seriously. Allow me to see how quickly you can dispatch of orcs. Impress me, and I will eagerly follow your guidance. Yeah. Hold my L. She just wants me to go kill orcs. Alright. Defeat orcs and do not allow timer to expire. Oh, we got 10 minutes to go defeat orcs. Let's get on our war steed so we can move faster. I think she shall find that I will kill orcs quite easily. Now, riding my war steed without slamming into trees and walls and falling off cliffs, that's a whole nother matter, but I will kill orcs with ease. Have some murder crows. That'll teach you. Oh, we lagged a little bit there, but oh well. It worked. Ooh, rubber banding. Alright, I can kill these much faster off of my war steed, so let's do that. Excuse me. That would be 3 now. We got some sort of alert down here. Deed completed. Did not tell me which deed. Slayer of mounted enemies. Slayer of the Eastment. Mounted enemies. That one's completed. Whoops. And now we've got the advanced version where we got to do 160 of them. And we got 5 free Lotro coins. Woohoo! Wish other games would do that. Give you their in-game real currency or whatever it's called for simply playing the game and accomplishing things. I'm looking at you, Daybreak Games. Why don't you do that to EverQuest? And they go, ha ha ha, never. Alright, let's go back up there. I believe we have done what she needed us to do. I used to spend a boatload on Daybreak Games, on EverQuest in particular. Back in the day when they had the, what was that called? It was a card game, Legends of Narath or something like that. LON, I think is what we refer to it as, but it's been so long that I'm not sure that's what it's called. And I would buy those stupid packs to make the my decks and play the game, the little card game. It was a collectible card game, basically inside of EverQuest. And I spent so much on that. And eventually they took it out of the game, and it is gone. I like the fact that you could play the game. First off, I enjoy collectible card games, trading card games, what do you want to call them? Collectible trading card. Anyway, and then the cool part about it was you could get cards that gave you stuff you could collect in-game, like mounts and stuff, which was freaking awesome. Anyway, I missed that game.
Another lesson learned.
That was rather impressive. Even that braggart Edwulf would be pressed to achieve such a hasty feat. Very well, I shall heed your counsel. Having skill and strength will not be enough. I must learn to fight with courage and honor if I am to live up to my father's reputation.
There is still much to learn.
Striking training dummies and sparring with squires. These are fine tasks for a novice, but it is not enough. If I am ever to truly progress towards becoming a shield maiden, I must see real battle. I have just such a task in mind. It is nothing too excessive, mind you, simply a hunt of the local bears. With you at my side, what danger could such beasts pose? Let's go!
The desire to train against more unpredictable foes has drawn Edis's attention to the bears roaming
Edis.
just beyond the
Edis,
training
okay.
grounds.
Another lesson learned.
While bears are oft seen among the trees nearby, we must look only for the largest, most ferocious bears. They must offer a challenge if I am to improve my abilities. Let us begin the hunt. I am eager to learn through observing your skills. Alright, so hunt bears with Edis. I worry that she'll go a direction I'm not going. That's why I kind of want to keep her in front of me. I see a bear, Edis, in the distance there. No, it's over to the left, not to the right. Go to the left. This way over. There you go. You found him now. Alright, observe as I nuke him with fire. And follow up with more fire. And he dies. A worthy foe. Impressive. I could learn much by observing your tactics. It's called fire. I throw it at them, they burn, and they die. Watch, I shall do it again. Fire bear! Fire bear! Bear's dead. Ha! Such a meager challenge. Come, let us find another. Fire bear! Bear dead. Are you understanding? It is fire bear. Death. That's how this goes. I hope you've learned. This was a rather fine plan. I feel more confident with each passing victory. Fire bear. Dead bear. It's really quite simple, Edis. You just have to throw fire from your palm. Followed up with a wand swipe that causes more fire and they die. Hold a moment. From the south, the sound of hooves approaches.
An honorable victory.
Something approaches Lorunder. What seeks us here among the trees? Be ready to stand your ground. Urukai scouts search this way. Hold your ground. We have been discovered. Well, she screams better than she talks. That's the other lesson, by the way. It's called Lightning Hits Your Head. Another band of Urukai. Be on guard. Where's the last one? There he is. The Urukai were no match for our strength. Rally to me, Lorunder.
Another lesson learned.
That was far too close, Lorunder. Hurry. Let us return before others appear and overwhelm us, or follow our path to the camp.
An honorable victory.
That was not quite what I had in mind, but it is difficult to ignore that it was invaluable first-hand training. How fortunate that I had you at my side when things grew perilous, however. Thank you, Lorunder.
Every struggle is a step towards greatness.
I must admit that your mentoring has been invaluable, Lorunder. I have learned much simply from observing you and fighting alongside you. I know that my determination oft causes trouble for myself and for others, and I appreciate your willingness to stand by me despite this. The other squires never treated me as an equal, so it is good to have someone to speak with. If you are not opposed, I have other thoughts which I would like to discuss with you. Okay. If you are ready, I wish to discuss my thoughts on the state of things.
Edis has quickly grown to trust you as a mentor. She wishes to discuss with you her aspirations and her fears.
Okay.
Another lesson learned.
I am eager to learn more from you, Lorunder. I know it will not come easily, but I will become a shield maiden no matter the cost. I am fortunate to have met someone with the same determination and will to do good that I see in myself and in my father. My strong will and determination are traits passed down from my father. Father loves all his daughters dearly, and he has, let me do this correctly here. There we are. His daughters dearly, and he has supported my dreams of becoming a shield maiden. Yet his greatest desire is to sire a son, an heir to groom to take his seat when he should pass. When mother passed away, father was devastated, but he never abandoned his desire for a son. His strong determination will not allow him to fail. He will pursue a new wife with dignity and purpose. Yeah, about that. I'm confident that he will succeed in the end, and he will have his son at any cost. With enough training, I hope to be able to rally and inspire others in the way that my father can. Oh, can you hear something?
An honorable victory.
I hear the faint roar of fighting coming from the training grounds. We had better investigate this with haste. Let's get back to normal movement and take off our walk. Hurry, we must be prepared. By the way, the walking that y'all saw back there, that is the whimsical movement emote that is available as part of the whimsical coffer. It is not available for purchase right now, but if you like it, be sure to watch for it to come back for sale eventually. Edwulf, no! This is horrible!
An honorable victory.
Edwulf, I don't think it was an honorable victory. Anyway, Edwulf has been wounded. It is not a fatal blow, but he will need someone to protect him. This must be the work of the Uruks, Lorander. No doubt they are assailing the training grounds. Go and assail the Uruk intruders while I stay and watch over Eldwulf. Okay. Please, save the camp. The Urukai. Okay. We will go do that. I'm assuming that's right across from us over here. Where he was before. Aye, this is the spot. Boom! Are there others we can destroy? We're at 7 of 9 right now. 7 of 9. If you know, you know. Ah, I found more. Nope, that ability is not available. We'll use this one instead. Alright, return to Idis. A timely return, Lorander. A large Uruk approaches. Oh, indeed he does. The Urukai have been routed.
Another lesson learned.
We have defeated the invaders. It is most fortunate that we were nearby. Edwulf's wounds are not fatal, and the damage to the camp will be quickly repaired. These men owe us their lives, Lorander. We arrived just in time.
An honorable victory.
I am speechless, Lorander. We were able to repel the invaders and save the others. The men have begun to recognize my talents and treat me on equal footing. I can ask for no more. Never have I been so sure that becoming a shield maiden is what I am meant for. I have earned great confidence in my abilities thanks to you. Alright, we have a necklace here. That is a clear upgrade, so we will take that.
Every struggle is a step towards greatness.
Thank you for all that you have done, Lorunder. I could not have come this far without you, but I must now prove my skills through my own deeds. Return to my father and inform him that I am thankful for his encouragement and his aid. When next we speak, I hope to be a true sentinel of the Norcrofts. Alright, cool. So let's head back to speak with her father. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to race across here over to here and see what it is I have to do out there, see if I have to talk to Garmund or whatever, and then I can just return, use my return to Cliving. Do I have any points to spend? Oh, I do. Hold up. Apply. Yes. Eventually you get enough points to get everything possible. And by that I mean you stop being able to earn more points. So really, it's not that too big of a deal. Just choose it, click it, go. Eventually you will stop using the War Steed for anything other than just fast movement anyway. Because once you get out of Riders of Rohan expansion, there's very little mounted combat that you need to do. It was a one expansion feature. And in all honesty, it's overall it's a good thing that it was only for one expansion, because while it is cool and fun at times, it literally just is a feature that doesn't work well with the technology. It ends up causing trouble with the servers because they have trouble keeping up with this fast of movement. You have to keep in mind we're dealing with a 16-year-old MMORPG. They're gonna have me talk to this guy over here. Leofstadel.
We must turn to the offensive.
Althaward has made me captain of the guard. It is an honorable title, but one wrought with peril and frustration. This feels more of a punishment than a reward. I sought to keep away from the fields of destruction, only to be thrust onto the front lines of our defenses. I am unsure how this flawed promotion was decided, but I cannot help but think that you are to blame, Lorunder. Off with you. Pester someone else with your good deeds. He really is rude. I'm just saying. Alright, let's go talk to Garmin. Let him know that, you know, things have not gone quite well.
What brings you to these lands?
If Reeve Althward has decided that I must return to serve him, then I shall obey his judgment. I believe that my actions were just, but I must accept the outcome of disregarding his orders. Allow me time to collect my belongings. I regret that I will not be able to further defend the lands that I so greatly love, but by protecting the Reeve, I am in a unique position to keep safe the people I have sworn to honor. Perhaps in time I will be able to convince Althward not to sacrifice so much of his domain in order to defend his city. Thank you for standing by me through all of this, Lorunder. Alright, so that's everything out here. Yep. Now we need to go back to Cliving. As you saw, we just leveled our War Steed again, so let's go ahead and spend the point that we just gained. Right there. Apply. Yes. And we will return to Cliving.
Thank you for your help.
I am grateful to hear that my daughter is enjoying her training. It seems you have a rather unique way of helping others, no matter the task. Your timing is uncanny, Lorandor. I have another mission for you. I need a message delivered to Thane Elfmar, son of Elfhelm, at the town of Faldheim, to the south. I have given orders for all capable riders to report to Cliving for duty, yet few men have arrived from Elfmar's lands. Elfmar may stay if he so desires, but his riders have orders to seek me with all haste. Okay. Which is perfect, because we're headed there anyway. That's the next place we're going to. Nothing in town here anymore. Nope. Apparently there was a cat back there. Alright, let's get on our war steed so we can move quickly. We need to come down here and kill the orcs here, meet with a guy here to find out what quests he's going to have available, and then Faldheim is our next place where we're going to. So we're headed to the southern half of the Norcrofts. If I can kill them as I go by, I'm all for it. The only good orc is a dead orc. Uh-oh, we have lagged. We should start rubber banding a little bit when it unlags here. We'll see what it does. Not too bad. Server handled that one pretty well. God, it's so much easier doing mounted combat as a caster as opposed to a melee. It's like night and day easier. Alright, we scouted the river crossing. He's going to come chase us, but I want to check our map. We're good here. That is a different warband. We want to take that warband. I don't think we've killed that one yet. I like to try to do each of them at least once. As we've discussed before, I can kill them much faster by getting off of my mount. Let's bring them all up here. There we are. Very good. All right. He's over here. Alright, we've discovered his camp, and I believe that gave us a discovery deed. We finished. It didn't automatically pop up there. Explorer of Estaminet. I don't know why it can't always bring up the right one. It's annoying. And I can't find it. So maybe it was that. I doubt it was that one. But anyway, title awarded. We are now a Fort Finder. Deed bestowed. We have Explorer of the East Eminent. And we got 5 free Lotro coins for simply playing the game.
Welcome and well met.
A hearty greeting to you, stranger. I have some rather important tasks that need carrying out, and I am in need of a savvy and skilled assistant. Before you decide, just know that it will be favorable for us both to work together.
Hail, friend.
You stand before the esteemed Cadebrand, renowned tracker, game hunter, and personal scout to Reeve Athelward, who would like to offer you a rare and wonderful opportunity, the chance to become my apprentice. Working for Athelward awards much privilege and prestige, something a modest man such as yourself would be hard-pressed to find elsewhere. Prove your abilities to me, and there will be profit in this for us all. Let us begin with a simple task for an aspiring trekker. The hides of the Norcroft's brown bears can be sold to the nearby merchants for a meaningful sum, but convincing a bear to part with his hide is not without considerable danger. Gather a supply of bear hides and prove that you are more than a mere novice at hunting. Okay then, Mr. Pompous. It is after 11 a.m. by the way. Hey look, there's one of the bots. Cheap viewers on star. Let me go ahead and click him and say, where is it at? There it is, ban. And he's gone. Bye bot, we don't need you here. Alright. Yeah, let's go kill the bears. After we kill the bears, I'm going to have to, well, hold on a second. Good news, everybody! I get another hour to play before I have to go to the real world and buy groceries. So, let's go kill some bears. Probably should just get on the mountain and move across, but you know, I was having fun walking. By the way, the Arrogant Huntsman is a level 78 and 79. We're still in the, we're sub 80, so I'm going to put in my Stone of the Tortoise in my pocket item slot, so that way there I will not be gaining experience, so I don't outlevel all this before I'm ready to move on to a higher level area. You know what I should check? I didn't even think about this. I need to check to see if my legendary items are ready to be reforged. Luckily, as a subscriber, it makes me a VIP when you subscribe. You get this little item called Subscriber Town Services, and you use that anywhere to do things like open Legendary Item Forge. And it is ready! Alright, so this is my staff. I'm going to call it Great Staff. No. Let's call this Lorundor's Great Staff of Power and reforge it. All treasury slots can be upgraded to level 129. A new slot has been unlocked. Fantastic. This is my, oops, wrong thing. Let's click outside of it. Oh, of course I can't do that now. Let's close that. Hit C so we have it available. This is my class item. It's like a rune or something like that. I can't remember it, but I think that's what it is. It's actually a rune. So let me open this back up. Legendary Item Forge. We're going to rename this to Rune of God's Wrath. Reforge item. All treasure slots can be upgraded to level 29. Zero new slots have been. Oh, is that what the other one said? Did it say 0? It did. I thought it said 1. It said 0. So we didn't get any new tracery slots where you can put stuff in. But these can be upgraded. The slots themselves can be upgraded. So that makes a big difference when you upgrade them. I know I have a bunch of enhancement runes available, so we're going to go ahead and use them. As well as, let's open up some of this stuff. Let me move these things around so I can tell where everything goes. Right click, right click, right click. Those from killing all of those war bands. We got a Faldham banner. It's a house item or yard item. We got sealed tracery. Yes. Enhancement runes, sealed tracery, enhancement runes, and enhancement runes. Okay. So what are the traceries that we got here? We got a Burning Embers critical chance and multiplier. That's the one I have right here. My current one is 11% bonus. This one is 11%. It's the exact same. And this one, Heraldry of the Bear. I don't use Heraldry of the Bear. I use Heraldry of the Eagle. So I'm going to go ahead and break those down. This is a Flame of Anklamir. You right-click it, click on the item, and you get Ancient Script from it. What's this item up here? Reinforced Cap of the Traveler. Yeah. It's available to be destroyed as well, so we'll take the Ancient Script from it as well. Let's bring these down here. And let's open up our tracery. Large tracery carry-all. And we're going to look for enhancement runes. There they all are. We want the level 50s, I believe. So we'll pull those out. Don't think that, yeah, I see how there's red around. I can't use the level 86s and higher yet. So, are these not the same? Why did those not stack? How bizarre. Okay, so let's level up these slots. So watch how this works. Right now, this Heraldry of the Eagle has got a plus 59 will, plus 40 vitality, plus 282 tactical mastery rating, and it's at the slot it's in is at level 100 of 125. I'm going to drag this over here. Watch the stats on this. I'm going to say yes, I want to use it. Use as many of them as I can. Do you see how that went from 59 to 76 will? All of those stats went up by upping the slot that the tracery was slotted in. That's how this whole LI system works in a nutshell. So you get base stuff out of your heraldries, so therefore I want to make sure those go up first before anything else. So I'm going to do this one over here as well. There we are. Now we can start moving through the other things. Burning Embers damage, I use that a whole lot, so I really want to upgrade that. You'll notice, let me hit no on this, that the percentage will not go up on this. On the percentage things, they don't go up. Let me make this to where you can see it. I think that's, well, let me move it over here. Drag this into the burning. Notice it's at 30% and it's 141 tactical mastery. I hit yes. 30% didn't move because that's base part of the tracery. That skill will not move or change, but the other stat will. So that went up to 166. The way that you get better on the percentages and stuff like that is by getting a higher rarity of tracery to replace it with. And you'll see it like that says plus 30%. It'll actually say the percentage. You can compare it like, oh, this is a higher percent, or oh, this is a lower percent, and so forth. Next one down here. So upgrading your legendary item and the slots will greatly increase the damage and performance of your character. It's a huge, huge effect. Alright, that's all of the slots on that legendary item. Let's bring up our other legendary item. Did we? No, we didn't. Why is that not changing? Let's close it and open it again. Because I'm holding down the wrong key. It's the shift key. Shift and double left click. Oh, I didn't realize that one didn't go all the way to 25. Or 125. Skill induction speed, lightning storm damage. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Lightning skills. Yes. We're about to run out of runes to use, which is perfectly fine. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I have another 32. We're not going to run out before we get this done. And last one. There we are. We are all upgraded. I'll open up my large essence crafting carrier, or not crafting, large essence carrier, carry-all, and throw these back in. We're ready to continue on and go kill some bears. Oh, there were bears right there. Need to drink my coffee. That should just about do it.
Your aid is welcome.
Did something
friend.
disrupt your hunting? I would have expected the job finished with a bit more haste, but I suppose I cannot expect you to possess the speed of a professional such as myself. Nonetheless, the task is done, and you are still whole in hell. I wager you are ready for a more difficult challenge.
Greetings.
In order
You
to
have
truly
a
make a
moment. I
name
have
for
need of
yourself,
your
you will need to go
assistance.
after a much more noteworthy kill, and I just happen to know of such a prey. Ambal, the Wolf Mother. I have tracked her trail to the warrens west of here, but I will leave the rest to you. Ambal and her offspring have terrorized farmers and lone travelers for years. Were you to defeat her, you would surely gain recognition even among the nobles of Cliving. Just by chance, I know someone who would pay dearly to have Ambal mounted above his fireplace. Please bring back her head as a trophy, undamaged, if it is not much trouble. And that's going to be over this way. There we are. Alright, so where is this place at? Ah, here we are. Remote quest for killing wolves, I believe. Pack wolves. You've discovered Ambal's Den. It would appear I'm going the wrong way. But what's new? Should be right to right here. I believe she's at the top of this. Just have to find a way up there. I just thought, let's get our friends out. There we are. Why aren't you dead? There you are. There she is. Just a little sprained ankle. Walk it off. Rub some dirt on it. You'll be fine. Alright, where's our little camp? There it is.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
This is a remarkable trophy. Your work speaks for itself, and you are indeed worthy of my trust. When I deliver this to my charitable associates, I shall proudly exclaim how the terror Ambal was bravely bested by Lorundor, Catabrand's apprentice. I am happy to give you this reward for the small part you played in removing this small part.
The Rohirrim are grateful for your
We gained
aid.
a title, and that title is Catabrand's apprentice. We won't be using that one. Perhaps you are curious as to why I am camped here and not hunting orcs near Cliving. Allow me to explain, my dear apprentice. You see, I am on a mission from Reeve Athelward himself. He has placed a rather large bounty on the head of an orc named Zersnaga, and I plan to collect on it. Zersnaga and his company unwittingly attacked the gates of Cliving in an attempt to infiltrate the city. Our riders destroyed the attacking force and sent Zersnaga fleeing south. Athelward was outraged by this attack and has demanded the orc be slain at any cost. I have reason to believe that Zersnaga has been hiding in a cave to the southwest beyond the wolf warrens. You have proven yourself rather skilled. I would not be opposed to letting you handle the orc if you are interested in sharing a portion of the bounty reward with me.
Welcome,
These
my
pack
friend.
wolf pelts should fetch a fine price at market. You are quickly proving to be more capable than you at first appeared to be. I certainly could have gathered these pelts myself had I not more important tasks at hand, yet I do feel this warrants a suitable reward. Fine thinking on your part. Alright, so we need to head over that way. It's going to be in that direction. Ah, there's the cave right over there. I can see it. Oh, it's a pretty looking cave. I like this. You notice Uruk tracks leading deeper into the cave. The Urukai rebels have carelessly left their weapons strewn about the cave they have inhabited. Removing the weapons from the cavern would make things much more difficult for the enemy force. Then we'll do that. We're going to do what's called lefting. We're going to take all lefts. God, this is a beautiful cave. Too bad I have to scar it with Uruk blood. There's Zersnaga. Cease for a moment. I must know why the riders haunt me. Oh, he's going too fast. Is it because of the attack on Cliving? Because I broke my word, disobeyed the wizard? What makes that city different from the others? Refusing to attack a city full of men? It makes me sick. I regret nothing. First you die, then all of Rohan will follow. So, the plot definitely thickened. It appears that the Urukai have been given specific orders not to attack the city of Cliving, but they can attack elsewhere. Starting to come together. Starting to make sense. Absolutely love the look of this dungeon. It's freaking amazing. All the bright colors and everything. Granted, I could do without the cobwebs, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, right? Oh, hello there. I love that ability. Alright, we've removed the swords. Is there anything else here? Not in that direction. I believe that's it, actually. Oh, that's already been used. Oh, maybe I haven't been down this way yet. Okay. I thought this was the exit. Ah, we finished the advanced Uruk Slayer deed. So that it doesn't take me until over here. Alright, Orc, no, Uruk. There. That's the one we just finished. Title awarded, Uruk Slayer of Eastern Rohan, I mean. 5 free Lotro coins. Yes, please. Well, ho there, big sir. Let me throw you one of these. First off, let's use a flare, and then let's throw one of these, and then we'll follow up with one of these. There you go. Thank you. Have a nice day. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Now I think we're done here. There's our exit. That's where I thought I was headed before. Just a little lagged. Let's try it again. There it goes. Okay, so we go back over to the camp, turn that in. I bet you he'll send us on to Faldholm at that point, but we shall find out. Wow, we are so lagged right now. Woo, rubber banding. Why do you die so slowly? Thank you. I want to check something. We're only at 63 of 200 on the advanced Beast Slayer deed. We still need a lot on that. Okay. I'm back, Caterbrand.
Your aid is
Sir Snugga is no
welcome,
more. Ethelward will certainly be pleased to know this. I know not the meaning of Sir Snugga's words, but the ramblings of a deranged Uruk are of little concern to me. Excuse me. I cannot convey how fortunate I am to have an apprentice so quick to learn. Perhaps with enough training, you could even aspire to become as skilled as myself. Imagine that. Let's see here. Light. Yeah, it seems like a good thing to take. We'll take it.
Welcome. Stay a moment and speak with me.
Your deeds have truly impressed me, Lorender. I intend to remain here a while longer as I have some business with the merchants to the north, but you should be heading towards the capital. Have you forgotten the bounty we discussed? One of Athelward's men should be able to see to your payment. Travel north along the road into Cliven and seek out Frithhelm. Mention that you have assisted the one and only Caterbrand with Athelward's Uruk troubles, and he will see to your share of the reward. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to go this way, and we'll go take care of that later, because we're going to Faldholm. Is this Faldholm? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll replace Ethengels. Alright. Drop off our mount and let's go talk to the person here at the mead hall. Elfmar.
Thank you for your help.
Welcome. I am Elfmar, son of Elfhelm, Thane of Faldholm. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Lorender. My men have heard the summons of Reeve Althward, but have refused to answer his call. My scouts believe that the lands of Foundhelm are on the precipice of being besieged by orcs from the north, awaiting the same fate as many in Elfengales have already endured. My most skilled riders have chosen to stay and defend these lands. I will not force them to abandon the people of Foundhelm simply out of loyalty to the Reeve against their own will.
Can you help me with this?
The orc forces have laid waste to the crofters to the north. We will not allow the same fate to befall the people of Foundhelm. My riders, the most brave and loyal men I have ever known, are called the Elfward. Each of them will have a part to play if we are to withstand the coming siege. The Elfward have skill unmatched among all the riders of the plains, yet they are distracted by other concerns. This could prove to be our downfall on the battlefield. We must put their concerns to rest if hope is to be had of survival. Speak with Nothwolf and see what actions might put his mind at ease. He has more quests.
Welcome to
Foundhelm, friends. These are not the first such emblems I have seen. I know that orcs move across the Norcrofts in great numbers. I'm trying to do the best I can to combat them while my father is away at the fords of Eisen.
You have seen battle. Would you like to train with my men?
I have known Thane Mildred since I was a boy. She was not Thane then, of course. It is a great shame what happened to her husband and to her son, but I am not attributing her words solely to grief. Reeve Althward is many things, and I would never say he lacked courage, but the simple fact is that Cliving is far away. He worries first about Cliving and second about the other towns within his riding. I cannot say I would do otherwise. You tell Elfmar that you spoke with his father Elfhelm at the fords of Eisen. I am glad to hear he still lives, Lorander. I would like to hear more of your account. While my father is away, I am trying to rule in his place as best I can. You have seen battle. Would you like to train with my men? We can discuss the state of things in Rohan, and you can tell me more of what you have seen beyond the borders.
I would be pleased to see.
The field just outside the meat hall serves as the training area for my men. Will you help them train them? I would be pleased to see what you can do.
Elfmar is a good man, and true, just like his father.
Hey,
We should
cool.
help him prepare his men for battle as best we can.
Things go ill in Rohan, Lorander. I fear that the king's men are fewer than in days past and less resolute. I have heard whispers from villagers and lords alike that put little faith in Theoden King. I stand with Ylmer, the king's nephew and third marshal of the Riddermark. He is my shield brother, and we have sparred in peace and fought side by side during war. If he were here, he would be the first to volunteer to train with my men. Alas, Ylmer is carried hither and yon by the tides of danger, and he goes where he is most needed. For today, that is elsewhere. It will not always be so, and that is why I want you to train with my men. They will have need of the experience when the orcs come to Foundhelm, as surely they must. I have called as many of my men as could be spared. Where did he say that? To the field. This is the very enclosure where my father taught me to swing a sword when I was but a child. Let us see if I can make my father proud, though he be far distant. We shall be the first combatants. Okay. It has been the custom in Foundhelm for the leader to take the first battle for himself, and I see no reason it should be different today. Let us have a good battle, Lorander, and by our example inspire the men. I apologize that I must set you on fire. Oh, good, good. Phew, I yield. It was a good contest. Can somebody please hand me some water? I need to get the fire off. I will try not to hurt these horse lords too badly, Lorander, for your sake. Well fought, both of you. I will find someone with whom to test my own mettle. This man has the rank of Guma. His mood is one of eagerness. He was born in Foundhelm and is a frequent companion of Elfmar and Ylmer. Can you beat me? I think not. I was wrong. Oh my god. This man has the rank of Thiero. His mood is one of extreme confidence, but you can tell it is misplaced. He is certain to yield at the first chance of injury. He lives in Snowbourne and came to Foundhelm to serve Elfhelm. but he arrived after Elfhelm rode to the fords and now seeks to impress Elfmar. Have some lightning. I give up. I'm bad. This man has the rank of Rink. His mood is one of confidence. He was born in Hardwick and came to Foundhelm with his family very recently. He practices daily, so he may better protect them. They see me coming across the plains, or across the arena slowly, and they all like, oh my god. This man is the rank of Sierra. His mood is of trepidation. He was born in Garsfield, but now lives in Foundhelm, and his loyalty is to Elfmar while Elfhelm is away. I am going to burn all of you. It's not my fault. I was told to do it. I'm not going to keep reading these. Here, have some lightning. That was fast. Is that it? Is that everybody? Nope, there's one more over here. That should just about do it. Is it true that your friend and boon companion Horn is from Aelworth in the Intwash Vale? If he is the son of Reeve Ingbert, then his sister is the girl Ingith. Elfmar looks troubled. Hey, look, another bot has showed up to say best viewers on the... Let's go ahead, click him. It, whatever it is, and ban it. You are gone. Be gone, bad sir. How come that didn't get rid of his message? I want your message to go away as well. I guess I just have to... Oh, it won't let me. That's kind of odd. It didn't show up on the thing out there, so that's all good. Begone, bots. We do not need you here. I banish you to Mordor. And let's see. Elfmar looks troubled. I wonder how she has taken the death of Prince Theodred. The two were betrothed, and now, alas, never will they marry. This war has already taken the happiness of many, and it is only just begun. I'm ready to spar with you again, Lorander, and this time I will not let you have the victory so easily. Oh, he knocked the crap out of me. I yield. Very good. Indeed. Let's go talk to Corridon. Oh my. Nona and Horn will likely be sparring like that for a while. I've been wondering how much longer it might take. Each of their interest in the other has been quite obvious to me, though perhaps not to themselves. Corridon smiles. Would you like to spar with me? They are not likely to end anytime soon. Sure. My friend. Have some lightning. Very good. Nice and short. I see that Horn and Nona are not yet finished. Indeed. Let's talk to Elfmar. He might want to fight. I do not quite know what to make of this, Lorander. If I did not know better, I would say that those two were a-courting. But that would be unwise to say aloud. Perhaps I am mistaken. Elfmar shakes his head. Thank you for your help. I know that my men are better prepared to face what must surely await them now. I hope you found the training yourself as well. Useful as well. Are you ready to return to the mead hall? Nothing follows up a sweat quite like a great mug of ale. Indeed, I am ready.
There is something reassuring about a good bout of sparring.
Thank you very much, Lorunder. There's something solid and reassuring about a good bout of sparring, and I know my men will be pleased to have had the opportunity when the time comes to defend their homes or those of their neighbors. Let's see, we got some shoes here. Ever so slightly better, but we'll take them and put them on.
No doubt your friend Horn will be glad to see his home again.
Your road surely runs northwest now to Eowth. No doubt your friend Horn would be glad to see his home again, and you may be able to learn where the Uruks crossed the river if they still live. As you travel through the Entwashville, slay any mounted enemies you encounter with such speed they could double back and cause trouble for Foudhelm, or for towns in the south, Sutcrofts. I do not wish that. Your friends are just outside, I believe. Speak with them and give them my thanks for helping to train my men.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Greetings, Lorunder. My concern lies with the growing threat from the wooded area out to the east. The crofters tell tales of strange monstrous creatures seen lurking in the shadows. Of late, a drunken farmer was attacked while pacing the woods at night. Stories of the beast that came upon him have many worried. Speak with the elder Sahad about this matter. He is wise and has been studying the events with some earnest. He's not in here, right? He's outside, I believe. Here they are. Oh, it's my friends.
Eowth sits very near to Fangorn. I would like to see that forest, if we may.
Were we to follow the river past the city, we would eventually arrive at the forest of Fangorn. I've heard tales of Fangorn that make me most curious to see it, but to hear Horn speak of it, I cannot imagine he will want us to get any closer to it than Eowth.
I do not understand why Horn is reluctant to return to his home. Or perhaps I do.
If I were to return to Lanark now, I would be glad to see Savok. I would introduce him to Corridon and to Horn. Nona falls silent for a moment. Perhaps I see why Horn is not eager to see his home again.
I thought we might need to go to Eowth. It is my home.
But I have not been there to stay in several years. I returned briefly for a few days after Theoden King ordered me to stand guard, and before I left Rohan. My father was pleased to see me go, I think. His name is Ingbert, and he is the Reeve of the Entwashville. He trained both Prince Theodred and Eomer when they were young. He trained me as well, but I did not impress him as much as they did. He is a hard man. I hope my family's troubles will not distress you, Nona. Well, he will not think much of Nona. I will follow your lead at Eowth, Lorunder. I do not want my family to cause any trouble for you or your companions. And is there anything else here in the village itself? Something right there. Let's go over this way. At least I think there's something over here. It would be right there. Maybe it's on the outside. That's very possible that it's outside. I think that's the case. Yep. Anything else in town? I don't see anything else in town. Let's take a look at something here. Let's take a look at our inventory. We got enhancement rune. We got enhancement runes. Let's just pull those down here for now. Open up our enhancement carry-all. Throw those in there. Do I have my housing carry-all? I do not. Shared storage. Bags. Large housing decoration carry-all. Open that up and we'll throw this item in there. There we are. Our crafting, tailoring is in West Emnet. This is an East Emnet, so we should be able to learn those recipes if we don't already know them. Also, Scholar. East Emnet, our Scholar is way past that, so we'll be fine trying to learn those as well. Anything else? See if we can learn any of these. I already know it. Probably know all of these recipes already. Yep, I do. So let's bring up our shop and sell everything. Is there something right here that we sold by chance that I shouldn't have sold? Don't know what that would have been. I don't see anything there that I really care about. Then let's check our reward track, see how far we are right now for the season. We've gotten pretty far. Nice. We got up through 90. Very nice. Moving right along. Let's see what these all are. Enhancement, coffer, ancient script. Let me check something. Ancient script is not capped yet, so we can keep going. Enhancement runes, sealed tracery, enhancement runes, and ink barrel, coffer of Umbari thingamajiggies. Tracery token incomparable, and coffer of ancient script. Alright. Recipes. We're not going to actually open that just yet. This here is Ring of Fire damage. I believe I have that one. Yes, Ring of Fire damage. Mine is a 30%, and this one is also a 30%, so we can get rid of it. We'll throw the runes in here, and we will burn that for some ancient script. Open up our shared storage, LI stuff, and throw this. Nope, actually that's going to go in crafting, but this will go into the LI stuff. Where's my crafting tab? There it is. This will go inside here. Alright, that's everything there. I think we've gotten extremely far, and it's right at time to call it. So I hope everybody's had a fantastic time today, this morning, for Saturday morning Lotro. I know I had a fantastic time. Always enjoy y'all coming and hanging out with me. Any chance I can get to have y'all hang out with me on a fine stream is a good stream to me. I will probably be back later today, and I know I'll be back tomorrow. If I don't see you until then, y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, night, morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is From the Gnome. By the way, please go subscribe on YouTube. I'm trying to get to 1,000. Really wish we could get everybody over there. We're 700 plus right now. And go to Twitch and Twitter and hit the follow. Till next time, it's From the Gnome. I'm signing off. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.